It was a beautiful day in the valley. The sun was shining down on the GCU campus. Yet, the drought is over inside GCU Arena. Lopes basketball makes a thunderous return to the hardwood. And thus far, it's been raining wins for GCU, off to its best start in 6 years, riding an 8-game winning streak. But a storm, it is a brewing, even on surf night here at GCU Arena with this whack clashing of the Lancers and the Lopes. Kate Longworth, welcome you here to the Lopes pregame show driven by Nissan, coming at you live on Fox 10 Extra. And welcome. It's been a while, 20 days to be exact, since we've been talking about Lopes basketball due to the fact that GCU battling some of the effects, if you will, of this COVID era. But no doubt at 6-0 in WAC play, they are eager to get back out on the court in this conference action as California Baptist is in town for a back-to-back series this weekend. And although the sun was shining here in the valley, we do know that folks throughout the United States right now battling the elements, and that goes for our colleague, Scott Williams. He was in Texas this week visiting family. Unfortunately, he was not able to get back for the big game today, but, well, the show must go on, and so we bring in our broadcasting team. Our thoughts and prayers are with those in Texas, including Scott. But luckily, we have Barry Boutel still standing by here with us, along with Scott Standen. Paul Coro looking good. You know, it's next man up. What can we say, right? Thank you guys so much. And I know after 20 days off, we're just happy to get back to our jobs. No doubt the Lopes are as well.
Yeah, definitely nice to see some familiar faces back in the arena, and great for basketball to return. Western Athletic Conference game against the Lancers here, and we've got two teams in the Lopes that are atop this conference right now, and they're going up against a pretty high-scoring, potent offense in the Lancers.
Yeah, welcome back to basketball. It's been since January. Lopes might be the last team in the nation to start playing a game in February, and they're in control of their own destiny. And games like tonight can really separate themselves from the WAC pack.
Well, you put it on the shoulders of the big man, Ashbourne Midgard, as you look at the numbers between these two teams. 52% from the field, 81.9 points for the Lancers, and look at the made threes, 174. Nottage and also Tyrell are the leaders for the Lancers in that category.
Yeah, you can imagine what Bryce Drew and the coaching staff have been emphasizing during this time off. Defending the three, it's going to be vital with these Lancers. They live and die, and obviously they've been very successful with it. But the Lopes have a great three-point defense as well as overall defense. They've been holding teams to below 30% three-point shooting on the year.
Great point by you, and as I mentioned, putting it on the shoulders of the big man, Ashbourne Midgard came in as the nation's leader in field goal percentage, 74.4%.
It's been a well-rounded game for Ash. He does it all. Obviously, he can use that big muscular body and get up to the rim with his size, but he's a skilled player. It makes you wonder why he didn't get more action until he got to GCU, because he's been a well-rounded center, as you can see. Rebounding top 25 in the nation. Those shots aren't all dunks. He has hooks, he has a mid-range shot, he has a nice touch, and he's been a leader for this team too with all the experience he's brought.
As we showed the comparison there with Gorjak Gak, as he is a 6'11" transfer of their own for the Lancers from the Florida Gators, and he's definitely a lethal threat down low and a big man that Midgard's going to have to face here tonight.
Yeah, very similar background. He comes from Florida, didn't get a lot of opportunity there, had some injuries, only played 2 games over the previous 2 years, but now he's averaging a double-double. It's blossomed, much like Midgard did with an opportunity at GCU.
Well, here it is, 20 days between games. They had 17-day break before they went in and swept Tarleton. Who's going to be that player? Could it be perhaps Mikey Dixon, who has shined in that first game of conference matchup games?
Yeah, this is the 4th set of this unique back-to-back WAC format. Every time Mikey Dixon has come out and had a big first game, he's averaging 14 points on the first night of these sets, and he's also just starting to get that three-point shot back. His three-point numbers don't look familiar so far. He's got that floater game that you see there, but over his career, he's been nearly a 40% three-point shooter. I think since he took the mask off, he's feeling more comfortable with the shot.
Yeah, definitely a lot more confidence. Chance McMillan, another guy that has definitely stepped up for the Lopes as well. How about these Lancers coming in 10-7 overall, 4-4 in the conference? They split the last 3 series that they faced. A big one against New Mexico State. They filled up their roster in the previous matchup with Sacramento State. But their leading scorer, their leading player in assists is Tyrell. He's lethal from the three-point line.
Yeah, not a lot of familiar faces on the makeover of CBU, but he's one. For one, his sister is on the GCU women's basketball team, Tavia. But Ty, that assist number to the right leads the conference. But that field goal percentage number is pretty much three-pointers. The guy hits about 42% of threes and hits 3 or 4 a game to average 15.7. He stirs their drink, but they've got a bunch of shooters besides him.
Well, we all know the row that is sparking the interest of Sports Center's top 10 list. Oh, beautiful behind the back pass.
They say she does that in practice. That wasn't a fluke. Tavia Rowell's got it. She's like her brother. She's a great shooter, but you can see she can dish it like her brother too.
It should be a great one here. We'll see how the other Rowell does for the Lancers here tonight. Kate, we'll send it back downstairs to you.
Well, thank you guys, and I think it's great. We're having a little fun on this pregame. We're excited to be back talking basketball, but it's also unique that here we are so late in February. Normally, we're talking about how's this conference shaping up. We're starting to see what the seedings are going to look like come the madness of March for the tournaments. However, due to the COVID era, there's a lot of holes in all of this. There's a lot of unknowns. What is it like for you guys just navigating things, being so close to the team, covering this team, and how you've seen the players kind of going with the flow, rebounding after layoffs and such? Here we are late February, and it's still anyone's game.
I think the players appreciate every opportunity to play a little bit more. They're used to playing a lot more games at this point, especially with this sort of layup. Every opportunity to get out there is exciting for them, and they look at the standings a little differently. It's not necessarily even across the board, so all they know how to do is win. Because as Bryce Drew tells the team that wins the most is going to win the conference. Don't look at the loss column. You just need to win.
Right, yeah. And it's always fun to see the adjustments from the coaching staffs, the respective staffs, to see just how the flow is going off the top, what adjustments they have to make. And so far, Lopes have done quite well.
You're absolutely right, guys. It's a lot of fun, and I like that. Just win. Well, in the spirit of doing just that, we are going to surf in the USA, but we're also going to check in with Coach Drew. What else is his advice besides win? Well, we'll go straight to the source right after this when the Lopes pregame show continues after this quick break.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
Welcome back to the Lopes pregame show driven by Nissan. The Lopes ended January by ending the Aggies' 31-game win streak in conference games, but since that series sweep, the Lopes have been not in action due to some games being canceled due to COVID. And believe it or not, the WAC season is winding down. Next week, the Lopes are at Seattle U. Then they're back here with us on March 5th and 6th to face off against Utah Valley. But right now, it's still a heated conference battle. And so for more on tonight's matchup with California Baptist, we send it over to Barry Boutel, who earlier today caught up with Coach Drew.
Thanks, Kate. Just reintroducing myself to head coach Bryce Drew. It's been 20 days between games. It's nice to see you back here in the arena, and I'm sure, no doubt, you guys are excited to hit the hardwood.
Man, it has seemed like a longer time than even 19 days. The last 3 days have been moving so slowly.
Yep.
We just can't wait to get out on the court and play.
Timing, speed of the game, I'm sure there'll be somewhat of an adjustment for the players as they take on CBU.
You know, we've had a couple breaks before, and, hopefully we won't see too much, lag time to really get in a rhythm. But you never know. Again, unprecedented times, and 19-day layoff in the middle of conference. Never happened again, and hopefully never will happen again.
Hopefully. But one guy that's been fairly consistent through all of this is Asborn Midgard. It seems like we bring his name up every time that we chat during this pregame segment. but man, he is continuing to pour in double-digit numbers.
He has to play well for us. He's a big part of our offense, big part of our team. He's been extremely effective, with the ball in his hands. So hopefully he can continue to be aggressive offensively, and we can do a good job moving the ball and hitting them at the right time in the right spots.
Double-digit scoring the last 11 games for Ashbourne Midgard. He came in leading the nation in field goal percentage at 74.4%. So, boy, is he putting in the buckets. Another guy that's been consistent, at least in the last 4 games, really. 50% shooting, that's Alessandra Labor.
Alessandro, obviously, GCU fans know what he can do scoring the basketball. He after Christmas, he was banged up a little bit. He's gotten healthy, and I think we really got to see his full game in these last couple weekends. He shot the ball well from outside, also inside. And we've been pleased with his defense. His defense, we're asking him to defend perimeter players. He's done a really nice job defending the perimeter.
How about Javon Blackshear, a guy that leads the team in assists and steals? He's certainly going to be led upon here against CBU, a pretty potent scoring team as well.
He's been very consistent. I think handling the ball and shooting, passing. We love, again, just his toughness that he brings every day. He's had some great days at practice, and hopefully those days will translate over to a good weekend for him.
He really stepped it up against New Mexico State. Had 8 and 5 assists, 13 in that 2-game set. Shot 50% from the field as well. Really stepping up against a tough Aggie squad.
That's a complete point guard stat line. He scored, he passed, he rebounded, got people involved. So did a really nice job. And, also Chance McMillan's been really, really good for us with Jaden Stone being out. He's played both the 1 and the 2 position. And his outside shooting's been really good for us to start out conference play. Yeah,
we did want to touch a little bit further on Chance McMillan. He really has stepped up in the last 3 games, a lot more time on the court. You've extended his minutes a little bit. Obviously, his play is dictating that, I would assume. He's
deserved it. He shot the ball well. He's handled the ball well. He's really picked up his defense. For only being a freshman, and he'll be a big part of our team tonight. He'll be the first guard sub off the bench, and we need big things from him.
When you look at California Baptist University, they come in, they split the series against the Aggies, they split the series against Sacramento State before coming in here. What do you see? They have got some couple of potent 3-point shooters in Nottage and Rowell.
A lot of new faces from last year. They brought in 3 grad transfers that are all, really good players that have helped them a lot. One's a Florida transfer who's very good around the rim and very explosive, and probably the best three-point shooting team we played all year. They'll put a lineup of 4 guys out there that are 4 of the best shooters in our whole conference, all on the same team at the same time.
You mentioned the Florida transfer. That's Gorjak Gak, a 6'11" center that'll be battling Midgard, no doubt. The 2 bigs that are going toe-to-toe here tonight. What do you see from him?
Obviously that matchup's going to be really big to see who can defend each other. And there'll be other matchups, on the perimeter at the point guard position. So, we're going to have to be at our best tonight. And even though we've been off, we can't have that lag time we talked about. And, all of our players are going to have to really defend the 3-point shot.
How do you and your staff approach this with 6 games remaining in conference play before it's all over and you head to Vegas?
Well, it almost feels like it's our first game of the year, strangely enough. So I think the guys will be excited to go out and play. The question will be how quick can we catch a rhythm? Mm-hmm. How's our game endurance compared to our practice, endurance with conditioning. And again, we're playing a very good team that we haven't played a team probably since Arizona State that really spreads you like they do and shoots as many threes as what they do.
All right, well, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, head coach Bryce Drew, our guest. Kate, we'll send it back over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Barry. Thank you, Coach. We're getting eager for tip-off here, and don't head to the beach. We've got the beach coming to you right here at GCU Arena. It's surf night. It is a limited crowd, but we are going to strike up the band because when you have a colorful shirt like that, well, you get to steal the stage. We'll have more details right after this.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in a chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies, all on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
Surf's up, dude. California Baptist in the house to face the undefeated Lopes, 6-0 in conference action. It is a limited crowd capacity due to COVID protocol here at GCU Arena. But nevertheless, the fans in attendance, well, they are bringing the spirit tonight on Surf Night at GCU Arena. Kate Longworth here. No need to adjust your screens at home. The brightness coming at you is my partner in crime right now, Mr. Paul Cook, the director of the bands here at GCU. He brings the spirit. It's evident, right? He's already in the spirit for the game. But Paul, it's so great to see you. And what does it mean to you just to be a part of the game day experience here at GCU? You guys have garnered so much attention across the nation about what this crowd experience is all about. And a lot of that is in part to the band and the fun you guys bring to these game nights.
Well, we're extremely happy to perform, always. We love to show up and just change the energy of a game, no matter what's going on. Whether, if our team's up, we want to keep that energy going. And if our team's, down or pushing to get back up again, we want to bring that energy and just keep it going.
How does it make you feel, the fact that the band can have an impact on the game? You see it, the players see it, because after the game, they come over and kind of salute you guys for your support, win or lose. But I think that you guys are responsible for some of those victories, kind of acting as a sixth man out there.
Oh, trust me, I'm a competitor. I mean, if Bruce would put me in the game, I would go out there and play. Molly as well. Like, I'll go out there and play and do whatever I can. So when you see the teams getting frustrated or they're pointing to their ears, they say they can't hear, that just inspires us to play louder and just play bigger and bolder.
And then obviously everyone right now is battling some challenges with COVID out there. What has it been like for your students in the band? What have you guys had to endure over the past year now? And how do you guys come out game after game? Like, what are these kids going through to be able to show up tonight and give it their all?
Well, we take the approach that, God sometimes puts obstacles in our path, and it's not for our way to figure out a way around them, but to go through them and learn from it. And so we have the instruments covered up. We have the instruments. There's bags on the woodwind instruments. There's covers on the brass instruments. We're wearing masks when we're not playing. And we're doing what we need to do in order to still perform and have fun and really create like a college experience for these students.
And you guys seem like a close-knit group already. You guys had that spirit and spunk and really supported each other and others. But with COVID happening and you guys kind of your own crew right now trying to take care of each other, have you noticed a change between the students who are on the band right now?
We're bonded, we're a strong knit, bonded group of people that love to perform together, and we're going to work our way through things. And like I said, it's very important that this is their college experience and this is what they're going to get, and we want to make the most of it.
And you give so much to others too. Music can really just take you anywhere, it seems. It's a memory, it kind of can be your escape too, and I think right now those are things people are holding on to. Why do you feel it's so important to instill the importance of music in these young minds, and also, the reaction you get when you're playing at different events or games?
Well, most of these kids, they're not majoring in pep band, so that's our look regardless, where I say, go in and study hard, work hard, and then come to these games as a break from that so you can go back and study and work hard more. So that's always our attitude. No matter if we're in COVID or not, we're always looking for an opportunity to let loose a little bit, have some fun, and then get back to work.
And your wife, Jackie, is the head coach for the dance team out here. Oh, look at that. Look at how coordinated you guys are. I was able to talk to her last month, and I was just asking for some insight at home because I have seen her with her eyes on the band, knowing what song's coming up next. I've also seen you busting out some of the dance routines out there. What is it like at home with such a musical and talented family?
Well, I get in trouble all the time for my dancing ability. I'm a musician, and let's make that clear. She is the dance leader of our family and does such a great job, though, to help me out. I'm either looking over at, Katie or Jaden or Tyra to see the dance moves, or I've got my number one soulmate right there, GK, beautiful. And she's doing the dance moves with me and helping me get through things. So I'm very thankful.
She's a multitasker, too, so I don't doubt that she has has her team ready, but she was also doing your honey to-do list. You know, you can come out, work the next 2 days, but then Sunday you're at home. All right, well, thank you so much for brightening our day, literally, and each and every game day. Paul Cook, director of the bands here at GCU. You've got a job to do. You are going to play that 6th man tonight, so we'll send you on your way. But we're going to keep the seat warm up here. We have a new guest coming our way. That is right. The soccer season is underway. And how is everything going for the women's team? Well, we'll go straight to the source right after this.
I'm personal injury attorney James Bergener. Accidents can happen. If something happens to you or your family, call me. My firm and I will take you by the hand and guide you through everything. You see, personal injuries are just that. They're personal. You're not a number. You're more than just a name. This is your life. At my firm, each case is professionally and personally tailored to you. So if you've been injured, I've got your back. Call me now for a free consultation.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
Welcome back. A live look inside GCU Arena as the Lopes, after 20 days off, get ready for action against the Lancers. They're coming in here at 4-4. Meanwhile, the Lopes riding a hot win streak. They are riding an 8-game win streak. Currently, they are 6-0 in conference play. We're going to be talking basketball all night here on Fox 10 Extra, but right now, we're going to check in with one of my favorite sports. That is because I was a former soccer player myself, as we bring in women's head coach Chris Sissel. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Yeah, my pleasure. Happy to be here.
Yeah, I am happy to see you because I talked to you a year ago. And we were excited for you to get on the field and start meeting your team. And that was 400 days ago. And then you, COVID obviously hits, and the team is sidelined for 450 days.
Correct.
And you're trying to bond with this new team, a new area. Just take me through what that experience is like. And what
I mean,
you
it was
doing.
crazy, just like it was for everybody else. But I think for us, one of the things we really tried to do during that time was really just kind of build the family culture, the family atmosphere, and lots of Zoom calls, lots of Zoom calls, but really just trying to get the girls to kind of understand like what we're all about, you know, from a people standpoint, and how we were going to be here for them, for like the holistic person. And I think it's gone really, really well. But it was really tough to get, like I said, a brand new job and then not really be able to be out on the field with the team for that long, for that many months of really no coaching and no working with them. So it was really all about, like I said, just building the culture, building the relationships, building that trust, and starting for them to get to know kind of what we're about and what kind of soccer, what style, what our tactics were going to be like in the future.
I like the Zoom calls and trying to build those relationships. You're clearly a player's coach, but was it a lot of like, hey, go run some suicides in your backyard? How many can you juggle in front of me? Were they doing their tricks on the TV too?
We did a bunch of like contests like that, a bunch of contests on social media and everything with, you know, who could do the funniest videos, and like juggling contests or dribbling mazes or crossbar challenges or whatever. So we tried to do some fun things to try to keep them engaged and you know, just to make it competitive. But it was a very challenging time, and it's been really crazy to be here and, you know, not have been able to recruit at all.
Right.
So we've been in that NCAA dead period now for a year, and so we haven't been able to go out and recruit and meet as many of the local people as we would like, or bring all the top recruits on campus, which we can't wait to be able to do that.
Right, and you spent 9 seasons with Kansas City, and throughout that time, you guys garnered several WAC regular season championships. You were Coach of the Year a couple years, and you meant a lot to that program. But you come over here to GCU, and they're excited because you are a key to recruiting. But why did you feel like you were a good fit here for the Lopes?
It's a great question. Lots of reasons, though. I mean, I love GCU. I just love the campus and the facilities, the amenities. But I also just really excited about, you know, the Christian faith, and I think that's really going to be exciting for me to be able to kind of be more of like who I am and show my true character and build our true family culture. I just feel like I'm a really good fit for GCU and what they want, and I felt like they were a perfect fit for me. And just super excited to be in Phoenix and in Arizona with this kind of weather where we can actually play soccer outside 12 months of the year. In Kansas City right now, we wouldn't even dream about being outside playing soccer.
Plus, our team didn't lose the Super Bowl. Oh, wait, they didn't make it to the Super Bowl either, the Cardinals, but I am sorry about the Chiefs. But
Yes,
focusing on your soccer team, right?
Yeah, we were very disappointed about the Chiefs losing, but at the same time, we were so happy that they made it to back-to-back Super Bowls.
And you guys have just recently started WAC play. What is the team currently focusing in on and working on?
Well, unfortunately, we lost last night to Utah Valley 1-0 in a great game, a really hard-fought battle, a difficult loss for us, but I'm really proud of the girls. We're playing really well. Each game, we continue to get better and better. We're continuing to work on our team tactics and our style, and the girls have really bought in and really bought into the culture that we're trying to create. So, we play Utah Valley again tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and I think we're going to be ready to get that first WAC win of the season. And I feel like we're going to, once we get that first win, I think the girls are really going to feel that confidence and that boost and that energy, and I think it's going to carry us through a nice, fun, long winning streak.
And then lastly, you talked about recruiting, but something exciting for Arizona is that you guys were able to go out there and host the 3 Division I teams here with NAU, U of A, and ASU. Yep. What did that mean to the state and for the young women playing soccer here to see soccer on display at the collegiate level?
Yeah, I thought it was awesome, and I thought it was really cool to be able to do that and to be able to have the facility that we have. We were able to bring in the Pac-12 teams to come here, and it's just disappointing that it was during the COVID time, so that all the kids, everybody couldn't come out. Because when we put it on the schedule, we thought, oh my gosh, our stands are going to be packed. The stadium's going to be packed because we're going to have University of Arizona here. We're going to have Arizona State, and I was really proud of the girls and how well we competed. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but we scored first on Arizona and played extremely well against a really good team. And then when Arizona State came in, they're having a fantastic year, and we played really, really well. We had the lead against Arizona State for 45 minutes and then fell in overtime. So it's devastating losses, but at the same time, I felt like the girls felt like, well, if we can compete that well against Pac-12 teams, we should be able to have a lot of success this season in the WAC.
Well, we wish you all the success, starting with tomorrow afternoon's kickoff. Thank you so much, Coach, for joining us. Meanwhile, the party's just getting started here for Division I college basketball. We've got more right after this.
It's time to get away. It's time to escape. It's a new day to play. Your retreat awaits at Talking Stick Resort. Indulge your appetite for excitement with our thrilling table games, our electrifying slots, our outstanding restaurants, and our exceptional accommodations. It's all waiting for you. It's a new day to play at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
We're minutes away from action. The Lancers, the Lopes, they face off tonight and tomorrow night right here on Fox 10 Extra. We're going to ride the wave right into tip-off. Barry and Paul Coro have the call right after this. Grab your snack. We'll be right back. Hoops Action is also back with you.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
When I think back on graduation day, it's such a special moment. Walking across the stage, hearing your name called. I think I would really regret not walking. I think being able to finish out a long college experience with an awesome moment like graduation is really special.
If I hadn't decided to walk that day, I think I'd regret not having that sense of closure and accomplishment for that huge chapter in my life.
My name's Noah and I graduated in 2015.
My name is Lauren and I graduated in 2016.
Herff Jones, by your side.
Live from the heart and soul of Phoenix, welcome to the campus of Grand Canyon University, where Copper State Credit Union presents tonight's conference matchup between the Lopes and the Lancers from California Baptist University. Good evening and welcome to GCU basketball. In for Scott Williams tonight, three-time Arizona Sports Writer of the Year, Paul Coro. Kate Longworth will be along in just a moment. Well, here we have it, 20 days between games, Paul. What are we going to see against a high-flying Lancers team that is lethal from the arc?
Yeah, it's GCU. Seeing if they can sustain their hot streak, 7th longest winning streak in the nation, 8 games in a row, but haven't played since January. They're going to have to control a team that's firing threes at will.
Well, one guy that we can count on, hopefully, as he's been there all season, Ashbourne Midgard, the big man, the leader in points and rebounds.
15 and 10 says it all, but he does it in the most efficient way, getting to the rim for dunks, posts, and he has shown some talent to do it all. Follows on the boards. He's really been a difference maker around the rim on the boards and defense, getting a block shot a game.
For the Lancers, they came in 10 and 7 on the season, 4 and 4 overall. Their leading scorer at 15.7 points per game is Ty Rowell.
That's the leading assist maker in the conference, as well as being such a great shooter. They're full of great shooters, but they shoot a lot. He makes 3 a game, scores 16 a game. Very familiar last name, Ty Rowell. His sister Tavia is on GCU's women's team.
We'll see who has a family bragging rights tonight. It's the Lopes and the Lancers, Western Athletic Conference action. Let's send it down to the public address announcer, Paul Denuser, for our opening prayer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Beach Night here at the beautiful GCU Arena. And tonight's Western Athletic Conference men's basketball matchup between the Lancers of California Baptist University and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Lopes fans, we were saddened to hear the recent passing of University of Texas Rio Grande Valley men's basketball coach Lou Hill. Tonight, we begin with a moment of silence in honor of Coach Hill. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you all please rise if you are able. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with the word of prayer. Tonight's prayer is led by Sydney Kincaid, a senior majoring in healthcare administration and a GCU cheerleader.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this night and for the ability to represent our universities that we love so much. Lord, I pray that you will be with the health and safety of all the players who are playing tonight. Please be with all the fans in attendance, the officials, and everyone else here, and I pray that everything that's done tonight will be done for your glory. We love you. Amen.
Thank you, Sydney.
The head coach is Rick Croy. He is in his 8th season at California Baptist University. They're 10 and 7 overall, 4 and 4 in the Western Athletic Conference. Here is Coach Croy's starting 5, brought to you by Talking Stick Resort. Reed Nottage, Trey Armstrong, Ty Rowell, Elijah Thomas, and Gorjak Gak.
Ty Rowell is the one that they're really going to have to try to control here, but Reed Nottage has been a 48% shooter from three-point range. They've got a lot of great ones, but he takes them often. He's a 6'6" guy. They're going to have to try to get out on him and deny and make him shoot some other types of shots.
The associate head coach, Hardy Aspria. Assistant coaches, Adam Jacobson and Jeff McIntosh. The grad assistant is one Jared Martin. We'll talk more about their grad assistant as we progress throughout the course of tonight's game. Let's now introduce you to GCU. Here is head coach Bryce Drew's starting 5, brought to you by Talking Stick Resort.
Javon Blackshear Jr., Mikey Dixon, Oscar Freyer, Alessandra Labor, and Asbjorn Midgard.
Oscar Freyer in his senior year having a career-high three-point shooting season, but he's just as valuable in a game like tonight defending the three-point arc. He's got that long range, that big leap to challenge all of their perimeter shooters. He can switch on to different guys. He's going to be a key person in the defense tonight to control the nation's second-best three-point shooting team.
The assistant coaches are Jamal Walker, Ed Schilling, and Casey Shaw. Director of Player Development is Ryan Lightfoot. Director of Recruiting is AC Moikobu. Director of Video Operations is Peyton Prudhomme. Strength and Conditioning Coach is Jordan Jackson. And the Athletic Trainer is Jordy Hackett. The Lopes 12-3 overall, 6-0 in the WAC, 8-1 at home, and have won 8 straight, coming off a 65-53 win over New Mexico State way back on January 30th. Time now for our Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game. Sanderson Ford, the best play out of New Ford is at Sanderson Ford.
Yeah, number one, rust to dust, 20 days off. They're going to have to come out with a lot of intensity and shake off that rust to not show any. CBU is such a high efficient offense. They're going to shoot often and get going the pace early. Number two, get over it. As in the CBU screens, they're going to have to get over those screens all night. Defenders have to stay on top to deny the number 2 three-point shooting team in the nation. Number 3, it's a big game. Any big game right now in WAC play, everything's crucial. But this is not just to stay in first. It's for the GCU bigs. The Lopes have advantages with Midgard and Labor. They need to expose that against the Lancers and go down to the post and get those guys going.
Another great crowd here at GCU Arena. Under our limited COVID protocol, they bring the enthusiasm with help from cheer, dance, and band. The Havocs are in the house. David Hall, Bob Staffen, and Mike Cyphers are the officials. It is surf night. Should have pulled out our Hawaiian shirts here, Paul.
Aloha basketball. It's been a long time since we got to say hello.
Yeah. Couple of bigs for the Lancers and the Lopes. Gack wins it. Back for Rowell. He brings it up, their leading scorer. Nottage stops, pops. Not going to happen. Rebound, Midgard.
Chased him off his spot early. Javon Blackshear Jr. made him go in and take a different type of shot.
Dixon. The wing to Freyer. Freyer looks inside, pushes back to Dixon, near side. Blackshear directing traffic, takes it back from Labor. Back to Labor, now to Freyer. 10 on the shot clock. Steps back, Labor. 6 on the shot clock. Backing in, kick back out. Gonna throw it up, Dixon. Short.
A little bit of hesitation there. He had the open 3 all along. He'd be ready to fire that up if they're going to leave a shooter like Dixon.
Thomas, the local stand-up, puts the Lancers on the board. From Peoria, Arizona, Elijah Thomas.
Yeah, you know he's going to be a motivated guy today, playing back at his hometown, the St. Mary's transfer. He went to Sunrise Mountain.
Dixon to Freyer. Freyer moves right, stops, pops, heavy, off the mark. Midgard can't grapple it.
Looks like we are seeing a little bit of that rust here early on offensively. Slow to pull the trigger on the first possession, and that one's way off on Freyer's second shot. He's been pretty reliable, and it seemed to have improved his three-point shot during the season.
Well, guarded heavily by Dixon. Moves to his right, finds Nottage. Look out for Nottage beyond the three-point line. Gack, the Florida transfer, trying to move on Midgard. Not a lot of room, but finds enough off the glass.
It's not often Midgard's going against a guy that can bring similar size and shoot over him. That's a tough one.
Early on, Lancers lead it 4-0, up over the top. Yikes. A little chilly getting this rust off.
This is where you'd like to see them get into some transition, create something defensively that kind of gets them going on an easy bucket.
Rowell, Nottage, into Gack. Same sequence we just saw. Now they give it back to Rowell. Kick back out to Nottage. Finds Gack. He looks left, looking for Armstrong. He's guarded too heavily. They get it to Thomas. Thomas in the paint. Pushes back out. 5 on the shot clock. They've got to move the Lancers. A long shot. Oh, that was close.
That's not even an unusual three-point distance for him. Nottage will take deep ones at will. But great possession there. It started with Midtgaard on the post. That time he didn't let Gak get as deep. They want to keep Gak's feet out of the lane, and when he catches far out, he's not as effective.
Frayer. Blackshear from the corner. Off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Gak. 0 for 3 from the field, while the Lancers are 2 for 4. Thomas. Nottage looks right. Finds Armstrong. Drives, little floater up over the top, doesn't drop. Frayer up to Blackshear.
Good challenge by Labor. Now he gets the shot.
Three-pointer, good! The Lopes are on the board.
That's that trailing transition 3 where Labor can drag up the floor late. Unguarded, unchecked, he can sink that all day.
Quickly, Rao brings it up. Nottage. Leaves it back for Thomas. Directing traffic. Wants Rao to move. Now he moves left. Rao's covered, but Nottage isn't. No doubt about it.
That's the danger when you're so predicated on denying the 3. The overplay there by Frayer, and he gets beat back door.
Blackshear looks left. Dixon quickly to Midtgaard. Inside on Gak. Kicks back out. Dixon puts it on the floor. Drives. Kicked out. Frayer to Blackshear. Drives. Pushes back out. Labor had to rally it. Stops. Pops. Good. Labor all the points for the Lopes.
Yeah, made a much tougher shot than he would have had on his original catch, but recovered from the fumble for that step back. He's got a height advantage there to get that shot off.
Sydney, Australian native, Reed Nottage. No look pass to Gak. Doesn't go.
Great challenge by Midtgaard without fouling. Straight up.
Midtgaard to Blackshear. He looks for 3. Give it to him!
Now they're finding their rhythm.
Started 0 for 3, 3 of 3 since. Lopes up by 2.
Right now at CBU's the great three-point shooting team, but GCU's the one catching fire.
Out of bounds on the Lancers, the Lopes and Labor draining it from long distance.
See Blackshear finding Labor there on the trail the whole way.
It's time to get away. It's time to escape. It's a new day to play. Your retreat awaits at Talking Stick Resort. Indulge your appetite for excitement with our thrilling table games, our electrifying slots, our outstanding restaurants, and our exceptional accommodations. It's all waiting for you. It's a new day to play at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
GCU basketball is brought to you in part by Sanderson Ford. The best play at a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. By Herff Jones, by your side. By Community Tire Pros, serving Arizona since 1945. And by Talking Stick Resort. Play in style. Barry Butel, Paul Coro, and Kate Longworth from GCU Arena in Phoenix. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Well, wouldn't you know that February, we're to mid-late February, yet we're still talking about the Lopes like the season just begun, and that is because the Lopes are coming off of a 20-day layoff from basketball due to COVID-era complications. And Coach Drew said coming out tonight, it actually felt like almost the first game of the season, or at least a first game in conference action. Yet the Lopes sit at 6-0 in WAC play, and they still have some key matchups matchups in the conference leading into that March tournament in Vegas. But Coach Drew said the key for his team is going to be to find that rhythm. We see they are still trying to go out there and do just that. He said physically it's just tough to get back in that rhythm with the time off, but he said mentally this team has been focused and they are very eager and excited to get back out there.
No doubt, Kate. Yeah, they started a little sluggish here, but certainly have rallied. A couple of key buckets by Labor.
CBU move into a zone here. Lopes want to find the middle of that.
Sean Miller-Moore in the lineup. Quick ball movement. Chance McMillan on the court as well. Blackshear puts it up with 3 on the shot clock. Oh, it rings around and out. Thomas finding some room, inching his way in. Labor put an end to that. Kick back out. Armstrong away from the play.
Got the early sub today for the freshman Chance McMillan, who's doubled his playing time as we've got into WAC play. He's been the best shooter on the team, hitting half of his 3-pointers, but also an able defender with that long body right there. He picks up a foul out top.
Gabe McLaughlin in for Midgard.
McLaughlin often brings the energy immediately off the bench. He's really been a difference maker at the times. Just his rebounding alone can change the feel of how GCU is playing.
Out to work with Gack. Oh, almost got a hand on that. Gack working on McLaughlin off the window.
Yeah, he loves going to the left hand. That was something Casey Shaw talked with the bigs a lot about. He's right-handed, but he loves going to the left.
Tied at 8 early on. McMillan, far side. Sean Miller-Moore comes back. Top of the key. McLaughlin trying to move around Gack. Knocked away from the ball. Gack's going to be called.
That's what McLaughlin can do. Put the ball on the floor from the perimeter and get a guy like Gack having to move. Helps get him an early foul on the big man.
First person, first team foul. Gabe McLaughlin, official 2.
McLaughlin just driving right there. Creating that.
He's so strong. He's not only quick and with great jumps, but he's strong. You saw him on the post defense, the other side, just not giving ground. So Gack's taller, maybe carries a little bit more weight. He holds his weight very strongly in the post and on the board.
Gabe coming in 63% from the line. Lead is 1. Approaching 14 to go, opening half. Carbone in the game for the Lancers. Near side, back to Gack. Quick turnaround, not enough.
Lopes forcing CBU to take a lot of 2s. That's unusual for them. Usually 1 out of there every 3 shots is a 3.
Laughlin finds Blackshear, stops, pops. Rebound, pulled down by the Lancers, but McLaughlin's going to be called.
Pretty much everything GCU's got so far has been on the perimeter. They haven't been able to really post up or drive the lane except for McLaughlin picking up that foul in the last trip. They've been the team taking the most 3s. They've taken 5 of their 8 from 3-point range. CBU's only got off 1 3, which is a success for GCU.
Frayer and Dixon in with Blackshear and Sean Miller-Moore. Gack checks out for the Lancers.
Carbone in the game. He guns it more than anybody. He hardly takes any 2s when he's in the game.
Wade in for Gack. Leaves it there for Carbone. Peels back. Nottage looking to drive on Labor. Underhand left and drops it off the glass.
Yeah, he's a capable all-around player. We focus a lot about their 3s, but he's 6'6". He can put the ball on the floor.
But McMillan, confidence that he's gained the staff, bringing it up the court. Frayer, Labor, big right hand, and it drops.
Yeah, that's what they want to see more of. They've got advantages down there with both the bigs. Labor can just go up with the easy jump hook over him.
Lead is 1. First 2 points in the paint for the Lopes. Doesn't drop for Wade.
Gonna get McLaughlin on a goaltend there. Nice attempt to recover and get up there, but met it a little bit late, it looked like. Hopping over. Boy, it looks like he got a touch of that before it got to the glass and then pins it.
CBU with the 12-2 margin in the paint over the Lopes. Up over the top, Labor tries to narrow that margin. Boom and a harm.
That's easy. That's butter down there. Labor's just taking him to school going down to the post. Good job by Oscar Freire with the entry pass. Labor's in deep on Nottage, and all these, that's just practice. He's just pivoting and turning and putting it right up there. 4 for 4 already from the field for Labor for 9 points. A chance to get to 10 just 7.5 minutes into the game. Jinx.
Tight game early on. Lead is 1 for GCU.
Back in the ball game for the Lopes, number 33, as your lead guard.
See if they can do the same for Midgard, finding him in the post now that Labor's going to get a rest. That was twice down there in a row that they got Labor in deep. They're obviously going to adjust and try to force Midgard out. But Gak's not in the game to do it.
Midgard now with Wade. Quick 3 attempt. Not going to happen for Rao. Wade's called, coming up over the top of Midgard.
Midgard, good position, but you can see how quick they will release that 3 if you give them a sliver to get that off. That was a good clean look. Dixon slightly late, fortunate for it to lip out. The Lopes staff wants GCU to fight over every screen. They're fine if they have to chase the guards into the paint. They can get help there from the bigs, but they want to deny those 3-pointers from just about everybody out there. A lot of times, CBU on the floor is going to be 4 guards and a big.
Officials coming over to the Lancers bench with some instructions. Mellon to Freire. Freire wants Dixon to come over. Takes it back. Freire down low to Midgard. Making a move on Wade, backing in. Muscles his way over the top.
Man, that was Thor-like, wasn't it? He just laid the hammer on him, pivoting him down into the paint to drop it in for an easy 2. That's why he's 74% from the field.
Travel on the Lancers. McLaughlin all over him. Tight D. Jared Martin, a familiar face. We'll talk more about the former Lope, now currently on the Lancers staff.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
Martin takes it alone. Oh, it's going to be that kind of a night. Oh, yeah. Martin. Woo, he kicked his shoe off. He was so excited. Picked up by Jared Martin. Martin on the run. Bang! That's the dunk I've been waiting for.
Ozzy, the chance can resume tonight. Former GCU guard from the land down under is back at GC Arena, but this time, Jared Martin is on the opponent's bench, serving as the graduate manager for the Lancers. He told me he's having a great time learning under a stellar coaching staff. He says they're pushing him every time to get the best out of him. But Martin did admit he's excited to be back here on campus to see familiar faces. He told me he did watch the GCU game against New Mexico State, and he couldn't help feeling particularly happy for Ollie and Oscar, knowing what those games would have meant. But then he quickly switched back into coaching mindset and said he was also nervous because right after that, New Mexico State was heading to California Baptist. But he just said that he misses the times here. It's too hard to name the memories. But guys, he did say one of his highlights involves our friend Scott Williams, absent from the game tonight, but in our hearts. And he said he loved after the games, the big wins, running around the court and jumping on Scott, kind of beating him up.
Yeah, I think Scott was battered and bruised after some of those games, but he loved every minute of it. The enthusiasm and the tenacious defense that Jared Martin brought each and every game that he played in.
That was the guy he told me he was worried about right there, Midgard. He called him the Viking Mountain Man. I said, oh, don't believe the roster. He's only like 6'8", 200.
Lancers lose the ball. Armstrong, they gather it back. There's 7 on the shot clock. Thomas got to move, trying to find some space. 2, 1, gets it off. No, doesn't drop.
Lopes doing a great job of getting CBU out of their normal offense so far.
Kicked out, Dixon. McMillan. Frayer near side. Dixon into McMillan. Look to baseline, step back. In and out, rebound, Lancers. Armstrong drives. Floater off the glass, doesn't go, but underneath, and the foul called against Gack. He'll go to the line.
You know, that's where GCU wants to dominate. They've been plus 10 on the boards all season. They don't do a lot of this, but unable to get to it. Gack is a different sort of rebounder than they've seen all year. He's going to be relentless on both sides. He gets 10 boards a game. Guys, this season means a lot to him, just like it does Asbjorn Midgard. The rare opportunity to get this kind of minutes. He was at Florida just like Ash was at Wichita State for a long time as a bench player. Both of them have already had more points and rebounds than they had in their careers until these chances.
Gack misses the free throw, 66% from the line. Labor and Midgard, 13 of the 17 points for GCU. Dixon, floater, off the glass, not enough. Here come the Lancers. Thomas, right in front of the Lopes bench. It's to his right, finds a seam. Kick back out, quick 3, Raul. Oh. Travel.
Third turnover by the Lancers. Just very unnerved. We expected GCU to have some rust. CBU looks more rusty offensively, not being able to get off threes and making turnovers.
Over to Dixon. Frayer comes back out. Looked to turn the corner. Couldn't do it. Labor pushes out. Dixon. Blacksher, long distance. That's going to be off the mark. Labor up over the top to grab the rebound. Finds Blacksher. Bounce pass. Dixon, he'll look to drive. Nice! Off the window!
Yeah, that previous drive by Mikey Dixon was a great drive that he just didn't finish. But this time, he gets him from the other side, going left. The opportunity was all created by Labor getting that offensive rebound. He was able to just go right over Nottage. That sets up Dixon here. Lays it in, uses everybody else as a screen to free himself to the rim.
Thomas. Labor's on him. Carbone. Back to Thomas. Labor with a hand in his face. Step back. Floater good.
You live with that one. That's a tough shot. Labor did a good job of pushing him out of the block. Made him dribble in and fade away.
3-point Lopes lead. Blacksher. Frayer. Dixon to Labor. Carbone adding some support defensively, and a foul is going to be called.
You can see they've decided to double either of the posts. Midgard was getting the doubles early, but now Labor, since he started off hot, making his first 4 shots, they brought the doubles. So he's either got to make quick moves into the lane to beat the double or find the perimeter open man for the 3.
Fourth foul on the Lancers. Nottage his second.
Less for the Lopes to get 2 on Nottage. 48% three-point shooter out of there. They're sneaky. They sneak up on guys. They talk to them about this.
Down low. Not going to go. Loose ball. Kick back out. Lancers are going to get it after the miss by Gack. Sean Miller-Moore in the game for Frayer. Floater off the glass. Doesn't go. Rebound Labor. Under 8.5 to go. Dixon. Heavy traffic. Finds Blackshear. Labor. Blackshear, floater, not enough. Midgard, rebound of Miller. Step back, Blackshear. Not gonna drop. Quickly, the Lancers, Carbone slows it down. Rowell, underneath Nottage, found himself all alone for a second, but then the foul is committed. So early on, the lead is now 3 for GCU. The Bigs have accounted for some 13 points, and Alessandra Labor is definitely having his presence felt here early on in a tight battle between the Lopes and the Lancers. And certainly we've talked a lot about Midgard, but Alessandra Labor's been a force here throughout the season as well.
Yeah, you knew with the CBU size, they wouldn't be able to match up with either of them, so somebody was going to have an advantage. And Labor's had the 6'6" Nottage on him, drew 2 fouls on him. He's 4-4 from the field already with 9 points. He's also grabbed 4 boards. And you can see there, he's pulling up from long range. Blackshear's done a great job of finding him. He's found him early on trails and transitions. He's found him in transitions. Oscar Freire with a good entry pass so that he could get the jump hook post up. And that's just unfair right there. He's 6'10" with feathery touch. There's no challenge there when he turns and drops it in.
Well, during this timeout, it allows us time to send our thoughts and prayers to the family of Coach Lou Hill, to everyone at UTRGV with the tragic passing of Coach Hill. As the Lopes were headed to UTRGV, the series was canceled due to COVID. They scheduled a game to fill the void, and Coach Hill passed away after their game against Texas Southern. And as you see, Coach Drew, we are all extremely shocked and sad to hear the awful news on Lou. He stood for what is right, leaves a great legacy as a man and coach. Our prayers are with his family and loved ones.
Lou Hill did a wonderful job of establishing UTRGV as a program, really put a stamp on that program to where they were clearly one of the top 3 teams in the conference coming into the season. Respected for the type of man he was. He was on a Final Four team at Oklahoma as an assistant. He has a legacy of a great career, but even better man, Jamal Walker, one of the GCU Lopes assistants, was very close with him. They had a family relationship where they one of his cousins was married to Lou Hill at one point, and their children are Jamal Walker's second cousins, so it was really close to home for Jamal Walker.
Yeah, I think, Kate, obviously you have some information as well with regards to the passing of Coach Hill.
Yeah, like what Paul was saying, Walker, 43 years old now, but when he was just 10 years old, that's when he met Hill, and he said when he used to come over, his uncle, it was really a big deal to see him. And after his passing, Walker did take to Twitter to say that, quote, Lou Hill was someone I looked up to in the business. His advice about college coaching and life will forever be with me. End quote. And I think, guys, we all felt his spirit, and when we heard that news, very shocking. And as you know, the college basketball landscape in the community, it's a small, close-knit group, so this hit home for a lot.
No doubt. Back to action here, the Lopes and the Lancers. The lead is 2 for GCU. Midgard, Liam Lloyd finding time on the court. Gives it back to Dixon. 10 on the shot clock. Kick out. Blackshear to Lloyd. 5 on the shot clock. Midgard's got to move. Trying to find some space. Big right hand. Not going to hit the bucket there. Low percentage shot.
CBU's double forced him away from the basket. That was a long jumper. Midgard getting a little bit outside his pocket.
Foul.
Moving screen will send it the other way for the Lopes. That's turnover number 4 on the Lancers. Roy doesn't agree, though.
Labor. Blackshear. Bounce pass. Midgard. Double teamed. Lloyd. Oh, my.
little miscommunication there, got it out a little bit wide. That doesn't happen very often with Blackshear and Midgard. They're pretty much in sync on those. Usually playing a little catch back and forth to try to catch the CBU double team either down or beat it. You're just playing a game of numbers, really. You're trying to find the open perimeter shot or beat it inside when Midgard's got it one-on-one.
Wholesale changes there for the Lopes. Apparently didn't like the chemistry with the 3 of the 5 on the court. McLaughlin back out there. Chance McMillan and Freyer return. Armstrong feeds it to Wade. He's guarded by McLaughlin, but he finds time to go up over the top.
Interesting how much CBU's been trying to go inside. Different style of game for them.
McLaughlin to Labor, tied at 19. 6.5 to go, opening half. Sean Miller Moore.
Stay there. McMillan used the screen up high. Nice drive to the rim as he's become a more aggressive player as the season has gone on, but the Lopes are 1 for their last 8 right now. They were in such a good rhythm there for a little bit, but most of that was Labor.
Finds Freyer. Labor. McMillan looks left. McLaughlin comes out. Freyer. McLaughlin at some support. Blackshear up over the top to Labor. Labor drives baseline. Foul.
That's a good place to go back to when you've lost your way offensively. Ollie Labor's been dominant this game, 4 for 4. The only way they can stop him is foul him right now. Trying a bigger body on him now with Sawyer. Before they basically had a guard on him.
McMillan for 3. Inside the arc for 2.
It's one of those great inbound plays the Lopes run. Looked like pulling a guard over there with Gabe McLaughlin wiping everybody out to clear room for McMillan.
Sawyer with an open look from long distance off the mark. Blackshear brings it up. Freyer. Good!
3. The Lopes pushed the pace a little bit more that time. Even off a missed 3, they can get up the court quicker and catch CBU unsettled and get that early transition open 3 for Freyer.
5 assists for Javon Blackshear Jr.
Blackshear's always looking for everybody else. He seems to know where people are, even when he's not looking. And that time he knew Freyer was going to pop up, slide up from the corner, and he found him right in rhythm. Freyer got that high release on his jump shot. His jump shot's got a little extra jump in it than everybody else.
Lopes trying to extend their winning streak to 9 games as you look at the 3-point giving for Copper State Credit Union. For every 3-point shot that the Lopes make, Copper State Credit Union will be making a donation to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship. For more information, please go to giving.gcu.edu. Lopes 3 of 8 from the arc, Paul, while the Lancers 0 for 3.
Yeah, if you told me that before the game, I'd think
crazy.
Lopes are running away with this thing, but Lancers have scored everything in the paint, going kind of alternative to the focus of their team, usually heavily relying on the threes. Number 2 3-point shooting in the nation. They shoot 41% from 3-point range as a team, but they're 0 for 3 tonight. And I think a lot of that is what the Lopes are doing defensively. The overplays, the denials, they're almost prompting them to go inside more, and we'll see how that holds up over time, if that's a comfortable way for them to play over the long haul.
Rowell, their leading scorer. Gack. Millen guarding. Rowell heavily able to peel away. Turns, underhand. Oh, Gack able to find it. I thought he was going to throw it away.
Yeah, what a beautiful play by Rowell. Like you
really
said,
was.
McMillan was dogged. Denied him twice, going back and forth, and finally got a chance to get the handoff and drive.
Gack's got 10. Rowell hasn't got a point yet. Freyer, step back. Good!
Oscar Freyer starting to feel it a little bit. That's a lot tougher shot than the spot up 3. That's a step back, and he's got 5 points now.
Sawyer. Gack. Carbone. Back to the San Fran native. Long distance for Sawyer. 27% from beyond the arc.
Yeah.
The freshman.
If there was somebody that was going to take a three on the floor out there, he might be the guy that GCU would choose.
2-point lead. Quick turnaround. McLaughlin good.
Oh, hit that pocket right there. It looked like they might have been slipped into some zone right there and found McLaughlin in the empty area in the middle.
Lead is 4 for GCU. Rowell on the board with his first bucket.
Tough drive again. Goes right into the bigger man, Gabe McLaughlin, and he has body control to take the contact and still finish.
Frayer. McMillan up over to McLaughlin. Turn around again. Too heavy. Gack pulls it down.
He hits that one. They got to come out of the zone if they're going to give up that 15-footer, and he knocks it down regularly.
Rowell behind his back to Gack. Takes it back. Rowell's running around quite a bit. A little floater. Drops it in. He's got back-to-back buckets. Well, timeout GCU.
That's the tough part. When you go over the screen like that, you have a chance where you end up chasing him a lot of times, and he's going to get those floaters without help.
Once you've been to hell and back, there's not much left to fear. When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, he checks under his bed for me. Have you ever wondered who Waldo's hiding from? Me. Not even the Cougars of LA are enough to scare me. But if I get into an accident, I'm calling the boss, Sweet James. If you've been hurt, don't back down. Call Sweet James.
I would say to anybody considering maybe skipping graduation to spend a long time thinking about participating. I think it's a great opportunity to really take advantage of a moment that you only get once in your life. It's an opportunity to really experience something that highlights all the hard work that you've put in.
Not very many people get to experience that in their life. It's such an honor and a privilege to be able to do that, and I think the memories that come out of that are just incredible.
Herff Jones, by your side.
Welcome back. The Lancers and Lopes knotted at 28 with just over 3 minutes to go in the first half. And as we take a look at the USAA athletic calendar, lots happening here for GCU athletics. Tomorrow, women's swim and dive. They're at the WAC championships. Women's soccer in action against Utah Valley. Women's basketball continues their series at California Baptist. Baseball, a big win in their opener today, and they'll be back at it tomorrow against Missouri. And softball is at San Diego. We are, of course, back with you tomorrow starting at 6:30 p.m. on Fox 10 Extra with more men's basketball. But first, coming up at halftime, I check in with Coach Drew. How has the 20-day layoff affected his team, and how are they rebounding, bouncing back? I'll get the details. Plus, he's the Lopes big man. We get a little insight on Big Guard. That's all coming up at our halftime show. Guys?
Forward to that.
Jade will be back.
Watch out for those Aussies over your shoulders. I know. One of them seems to be everywhere tonight. That's one way CBU is trying to build this program too. Rick Croy being a former St. Mary's assistant that had the Aussie pipeline. There's no surprise that he wanted Jared Martin to join his staff. They got 11 international players on their team with some Aussies.
Well, the Lopes have had some really good luck. Matt Jackson, Jared Martin. Turnaround Labor, too heavy. Loose ball, Lancers get it up to Rowell. Throws it out of bounds, the Lopes will inbound. Baseball gets underway this afternoon, and a big win, 11-3 over Missouri. How about Zach Barnes in that line? 6 innings, just 2 hits, no runs, 10 Ks, and no walks. Incredible.
Just filthy for the Chandler High product. Taylor Aguilar adding some plates too.
Ooh, Labor is also filthy right there in a big bucket. Lopes have found a little bit of a spot right there at the top of the key between McLaughlin and Labor.
He's now 5 of 6 for 11 points. It's kind of an odd big man matchup. Gack with 10 for CBU going back and forth. Didn't expect Gack to be the scorer.
Rowell.
Push off there by the Lancers. Would they get Sawyer? Thomas. First. The Peoria, Arizona native.
Takes CBU up to 6 turnovers. Lopes doing a good job of taking care of the ball so far with 3. They love when they see that number at 12 or less for a game. That's their goal each and every game, and they're on pace to do better than that tonight.
Baseball will be back in action, a doubleheader tomorrow. Games 2 and 3, and then Sunday they'll close out the 4-game set against the Tigers. Hope that you'll join us.
Look gorgeous out there. That grass at GCU ballpark, the way it's been redesigned out there is with the platforms, and the cutouts are filling the seats for now until everybody else can come out. But Andy Stankiewicz has done a great job in his 10 years of building that up to where they really feel like they can do some national damage this year.
We'll have the first of 3 TV broadcasts coming up next week when Oregon State comes to Brazzell Field. Hope you'll join us. Gag. Quick toe, Fryer, but goes back to Gag. And he kisses it off the glass.
Tough luck. What a play by Oscar Frere to not only get there and challenge it, but swat the 3.
Under 2 minutes to go. Lead is 1. Back and forth we go. The Lopes and the Lancers. Dixon takes it from Blackshear to Frere. Down to Labor. Drives baseline. He's swarmed back out. Dixon. Blackshear in front of the Lancers bench. Labor down low. He finds Midgard. Oh, and he's fouled by Gag.
What a great entry pass by Labor. Yep. Lined it in there before the double can get there. Midgard was so deep on Gag that all he could do was foul him. And that's a big one if you can get a second one on Gag, because he's been hurting so much at the other end. Look, by the time he pivots, he's under the basket. Gag almost already at his season average for scoring, so if he has to come out because of a second foul here, that's a good thing for the Lopes. Other than him, it's been pretty under control.
There he goes out. Wade in. Foul trouble right now. 2 on Thomas, 2 on Nottage, 2 on Gag. McLaughlin the only Lope with 2 personal fouls. 32-30 Lopes. Minute and a half to go in the opening half. Nottage to Wade. Leaves for Rowell. He peels out. Kicks back out. Thomas. Labor giving him a little bit of room. He backs up. Moves to his left. Stopped there by Midgard in his tracks.
He took that hit too, didn't he? For as big as Thomas is, he's a driver. He likes to put it on the floor.
Dixon drives. High off the glass. Too much. Wade up for Rowell. That's poked away by Blackshear. He sneaks through Wade's legs, but he can't pull it up. Rowell trying to find some room. That's short. Loose ball underneath again. Thomas. Jump ball. Possession arrow GCU.
Credit to Thomas. There's not many people who wouldn't let Midgard rip a ball out of their hands. He went strength for strength with him, but Lopes dodged another bullet there. After all that scrambling, Rowell was left all by himself at the 3-point line, but missed it.
Look to grab Coach Drew as he comes off the court at half. Kate Longworth coming up in approximately 42.2.
42 seconds. If they want a 2-for-1, they'd have to go awfully quick here.
Blackshear, Labor, moving quickly. Lost the ball, goes out on the Lancers.
Might be a fortunate call because Labor looked like he just lost control of that ball handle.
I think the officials are going to confer right here. The official stays with the call. Blackshear. Labor. Midgard. Oh, my. A little contact there. Wade knocks the ball free. The Lancers bring it up with 20 seconds remaining. Tie or take the lead.
Wow. It's been all over, running around. Poked away by Blackster. All alone. Bam! Off full glass. Throws up. Little tip on it by Labor. And a big swing there. 4 points to close it out. The big 16 points for GCU between Labor and Midgard. And add 8 rebounds. And Blackster with the statement here at the end of the half.
Look at that thief in the night there. 2 great defensive plays to end the half to give the Lopes a 4-point lead between Blackshear's steal and Labor's block on the last 3.
Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
All right, well, Coach, I know you said coming into this game, it almost felt like the first game of the season, and your eyes would be on those first couple minutes, the team settling into a rhythm. How do you think the first half played out for the Lopes?
Javon made a really big play there in the half. That steal was big going into the locker room and finish. I thought we had a couple really good defensive positions, getting our hands on some balls in that last segment there. You know, flow-wise, you know, there's a lot of things on the bench we've seen us do before, we're just not doing. You know, credit Cal Baptist for being really physical in the post, disrupting some of our catches, so we got to do a much better job at that, better job moving the ball.
You mentioned some of those things that Lopes basketball is just known for. Defense, you guys are showing up, but some of those little things that you want to correct at halftime, what will be the message to the team to try and come out here and close out this game?
You know, it has to start defensively. Thought we did a good job finding their shooters. They're explosive. We got to continue to get to shooters. Offensively, we got to be just more solid, moving the ball and getting it to the open guy and taking the open shot when it's there.
All right, we're glad to have you back, and we wish you the best of luck in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
All right, Lopes basketball continues here on Fox 10 Extra. Right now, the Lopes, after a big bucket to end the half, head to the locker room with a 4-point lead over California Baptist. The Lopes halftime show is coming your way right after this as we recap the highlights, stats, and dive into player profile.
It's time to get away. It's time to escape. It's a new day to play. Your retreat awaits at Talking Stick Resort. Indulge your appetite for excitement with our thrilling table games, our electrifying slots, our outstanding restaurants, and our exceptional accommodations. It's all waiting for you. It's a new day to play at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions GIF Collection.
Now I'm so happy.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
I'm Montana Lambton, joined with Ash for men's basketball. We're gonna play a game of Look Likely and Get the D. All right, so most likely on your team to say hi to everyone on Lopes Way.
On Lopes Way, that would be Gabriel for sure. He's a people guy.
He knows everyone.
Probably, yeah.
You would just say he's like celebrity?
Oh, he's the face of the basketball.
Face of the basketball team. What about you?
I got you. Not me. I'm in the shadows. I'll take the back way.
Most likely to lock their own keys in their car.
In their car? I would say probably Dima. Dima's the door. I don't know why. I just feel like that's his deal, yeah.
Most likely to have the cleanest room.
I think Bryce. Bryce has a clean room. Every time I walk in there, I just complimented it the other day. So yeah, Bryce, I got you.
What about the messiest?
Oh, that's probably me. Yeah.
You?
Yeah, I'm a scatterbrain. I'm not gonna lie.
Most likely to be a stand-up comedian.
Stand-up comedian? Probably Sean. Sean Miller Moore. He's a funny guy. My roommate.
Jokes.
Oh yeah, for sure, all day.
What about you? You're pretty funny.
Nah, I don't have jokes. I can't be fun on the spot.
It just comes naturally.
I guess it does.
Most likely to be seen at GCBC.
GCBC? Probably Liam. I see him with a lot of smoothies. Yeah, a lot of smoothies, man.
Big smoothie guy.
All the smoothies. Yeah, big smoothie guy.
Most likely to still sleep with their childhood stuffed animal.
Childhood stuffed animal. Jaden Stone. I feel like he's a family guy. I can see that.
Most likely to go on a blind date that was put on by their own mom.
By their own mom?
Yeah.
Who's close? Probably Jaden Stone. Yeah, he's close with family, as I said.
Do you think his mom would set him up with someone good?
I hope so.
Hey! Chill. That's it.
The Lopes big man is a little messy. However, the Lopes overall making things look clean and precise tonight. Good for the 4-point lead over California Baptist here at the break at GCU Arena. And it is surf night here. That's the theme for the Havocs in limited capacity today due to COVID protocol. However, the Lopes are riding the wave, really sharing the wealth of the ball. A lot of ball movement out there. Team coming together after 20 days off. Trying to get this big whack win tonight because there's only 6 total conference games, including tonight. So we're hitting the stretch for college basketball. March is just around the corner, but for now, the madness. It's tonight here in the arena. And we want to remind you that you can follow along with Lopes basketball and all Lopes sports with the Lopes mobile app. And you can also try the new mobile scratcher presented by Easy 1040 on that Lope Nation app for a chance to win a GCU fan tag. Plus, everyone who plays will automatically be entered to win a new 55-inch TV or iPad from Easy 1040. Well, that's my Vanna White spiel. Just reminding you that if you can't be here at the action, you can still be a part of it all with that Lopes Nation app. But for now, we're going to recap all that happened in the first half. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Barry and Paul break down that first half as the Lopes find their groove again, back in action tonight at GCU Arena.
At Tire Pros, we know your time is valuable.
And spending time with family and friends is what really matters.
Our customers are the core of our business.
That's why we make buying tires and auto service hassle-free.
Our certified technicians will keep your car running smoothly.
So you can spend your time the way that you want.
Find a convenient location near you at TireProsOfArizona.com.
Hassle-free guaranteed.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
Welcome back to GCU Arena, where the Lopes lead it by 4, 34-30 over the Lancers. Barry Butel alongside Paul Corral. So glad you could join us tonight. Well, Paul, this game, we thought the Lancers would come in. They've got Nottage, they've got Rao, they're lethal from beyond the arc, but they're 1 of 5 beyond the 3-point line, while the Lopes are 3 of 8.
It certainly got them out of their game, but they found a way to stay in it with some points in the paint, using their bigs. Gak having a great game so far, almost averaging what he does for a season as a 6'10 big man against the Lopes. But GCU doing a great job of sticking to their game plan and getting CBU off the line and taking those 3-point shots that they're so lethal with.
Let's take a look at our Arizona Leadership Foundation first half highlights, and the bigs were the big story in that opening half.
The great part about Alessandra Labor is he can score at all 3 levels on the court. You see him trailing for a 3. When they went to zone, he can step into the middle and hit that open shot, and then he can use his size when he's got a mismatch. 6'10", goes over 6'6", really easily down on the post, and then that just sets up all of their post game. Here you got Asbjorn Midtgaard getting into the post, and once he does a ball fake, everybody scatters, then he just goes to work and uses that big body to crush him back into the paint. And then he does stuff like this. 7 foot 270. Like, guards don't do that sort of play on the reverse with the touch on that he has.
First half stats brought to you by Commonwealth Insurance, the way insurance should be. As you look at the points in the paint, decidedly in favor of the Lancers. Turnovers, you've touched on that during the opening half with 6 for the Lancers as well.
Amazing the CBU's only taken 5 threes. That is totally outside their personality. Usually one of every 3 shots for them is a three-pointer. So great job by the Lopes on getting over screens to chase all those great shooters that CBU has off the paint, and the Lopes taking care of the ball on the other end. They'd like to see those points in the paint numbers reverse, though, I bet, in the second half. Really get to work on Midgard and Labor.
No doubt about that. The Lopes lead it by 4. Kate will be back with more of our halftime festivities right after this.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing gifs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions gift collection.
Now I'm so happy.
When I think back on graduation day, it's such a special moment, walking across the stage, hearing your name called. I think I would really regret not walking. I think being able to finish out a long college experience with an awesome moment like graduation is really special.
If I hadn't decided to walk that day, I think I'd regret not having that sense of closure and accomplishment for that huge chapter in my life.
My name's Noah and I graduated in 2015.
My name is Lauren and I graduated in 2016.
Perf Jones, by your side.
The temperature scanning kiosk from Pacific Office Automation is an easy-to-use, attendant-free device that quickly checks a person's temperature anytime, anywhere. You can now provide peace of mind at schools and universities, grocery stores, restaurants, nursing homes, medical clinics, sporting events, offices, private gatherings, and more. Look to us to help you reduce the risk and be safe. Visit PacificOffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
Welcome back. We're just getting ready for action in the second half right now. The Lopes with a 4-point lead over California Baptist as we're at the break here. And perhaps no surprise leading the way for the Lancers. Gak with 10 points. However, he does have 2 fouls to his name. So we'll see how this one plays out in the second half. Meanwhile, for GCU, Labor with 11 points combined with the other big man, Midgard, the 2 of them responsible for 16 points out there. Oscar Freyer also has 6 points to his name and a big bucket by Blackshirt to end out that first half. He has 5 points, and we always talk, can momentum carry over? Well, we will find out as second half action will be underway in just a minute. It's a beach party out here. Get ready, grab your snack, head over to the snack shack. We'll be right back.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
At Raising Cane's, we know quality takes time, patience, and the best ingredients, which is why every chicken finger we serve is hand-battered and cooked to order just for you. We never take shortcuts. That doesn't mean you can't. Introducing an even faster and easier way to order Cane's with our new app. Find your closest restaurant, customize your meal, pay, and schedule pickup. So next time, take it easy and order with the Raising Cane's app.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
The Lopes lead the Lancers 34-30. Second half action about to get started. Lopes basketball tonight brought to you by Copper State Credit Union. Committed to you. Well, we saw this, a bit of deja vu here at the end of the opening half. Blackshear steals it away from Trey Armstrong, our Sweet James Sweet play of the half.
He's so crafty with that poke. He almost senses the Lopes need a big play at the end of the half. Looks familiar, doesn't it? He pokes it around midcourt, goes down the right side in for a layup that shifts momentum right before the half. Oh, yeah. It was this time against ASU. Remy Martin looks back at Bobby Hurley as the halftime clock wound down, and Blackshear picked his pocket, took it in, and gave the Lopes a 1-point lead at halftime against the Sun Devils here at GCU Arena. This time it helped give the Lopes a 4-point lead at halftime.
Well, here we go. The Lopes 6-0 in the conference, atop the WAC. Looking to win their 9th straight. Improved to 13-3. While the Lancers are 4-4 in the WAC. 10-7 overall.
It's crazy how crunch time's already here in the WAC, huh, Barry? 3 weekends of play to go before the WAC tournament. Lopes control their own destiny from here on out.
Here we go. Lancers bring it up. Rao looking for Nottage. Nice play. Doesn't happen. Foul.
We saw that early in the first half. Oscar Freire trying to deny outside. Gets beat back on the backdoor pass. But again, the Lopes are trying to do everything to keep the Lancers from finding their rhythm on the three-point line.
Full 10 on Freire. Dixon. Blackshear stops, leaves for Midgard, takes it back, stops, pops, short, rebound, Midgard can't grab it. Thomas, bounce pass, Nottage. I think he was looking at Rao, but Thomas picked it off, but it ends up where it needs to be. Armstrong, Nottage, quick ball movement, Rao far side, down into Gak. Midgard on him. Looking to drive baseline. Midgard drops him to his backside. Rao underneath. Freire says no!
That time he recovers.
Yikes.
It's a big element of GCU's game that they didn't have last year. The block shots between Freire and Midgard.
They were fouled.
You can see not only do they find Labor in the post, but here's the play before where Freire sleeping a little bit at the end of the shot clock, but he has the amazing ability to recover with those hops quick and knowing where to meet the ball at the apex without fouling.
Armstrong picks up his second.
He obviously didn't know who was behind him.
Obviously.
Can't just drop that in with Oscar Freire lurking in the territory.
He'll rue the day. Labor drains both. Four-point lead early on, second half. So glad you could join us here from Phoenix.
You can always tell when Bryce Drew means business because he's got the jacket off.
Oh, yeah. A little warm in here tonight. Oh, dropped that one in there, Thomas.
That's one for all the people out at Sunrise Mountain tuning in tonight to watch one of their pride and joys.
All right, one's enough. Carbone harasses and creates a turnover. Nottage takes it back from Rao. Looking to swing that momentum. They don't do it.
You can see how quick they'll take one in transition, though. You give them a sliver of hope. They don't mind not setting up an offense.
Dixon. Drive baseline, peel back. Now he does it again. Oh, he's stopped there by Gak.
I think Mikey Dixon had some bad intentions there.
He did.
He didn't care that there was a 6'10 Gak guy there. He leaves him in the dust, and he was cranking back for a slam. He was ready to try to posterize the 6'10 man. But boy, gave Carbone a shake on the perimeter and just lost him.
Little lope-a-dope.
See, Mikey Dixon's been pretty much on the attack tonight. Not a lot of spotting up. Still looking for that driving game. He kind of developed a little bit more of that this season with the floaters and the drives when he was having to wear the facial mask for a hairline fracture he had. Thought it might free up his three-point shot a little bit more once he got it off.
How about that? Midgard on 1 foot. Kept that, and he draws the foul. Wow, Asborn Midgard.
This is why you get WAC Player of the Year talk right here. This kind of play on both sides. The offensive board to keep it alive. Mikey Dixon, knowing that you reward a big man for a play like that. Scott Williams is somewhere loving that. Miss our buddy Scott Williams up here in the booth. You lost about a foot and 3 championship rings with me here.
Oh, we wish everybody in Texas all the best, man. That is just awful. Visiting family there, and we wish them all the best for the Scots return back to the Valley. Three-point lead for GCU. Gack turns. Oh, away from the ball. And Labor. First.
Saw GCU get CBU successfully out of their rhythm. CBU is an offense with a ton of sets. They're, as they scouted them, they learned that they have a lot of things to go through. It was a torture week for the GCU scout team to learn so much so quickly.
Now guarded by Dixon. Wade tried to free him up a little bit. Kick back to Carbone. 8 on the shot clock. Throws up the 3 and nothing but net from Mark Carbone from Wethersfield, Connecticut.
There is no shot too long for that guy. I think coming into the game, he's taken 85 shots and 75 were threes.
Transfer from the University of New Hampshire, 45% from beyond the arc. Dixon unsuccessful. Midgard can't grab the rebound.
Good looking take by Dixon though, straight away. Got to see him take that with confidence again and again.
Frayer called. McLaughlin in for Labor. Chance McMillan's going to check into the game as well from Mikey Dixon.
It feels like they need a little Gabe McLaughlin right now. It's getting a little sluggish. He always brings a little energy back into it. Chance McMillan can be active out there. Give him another shooter. What a great thing his development has been this season, because he can play off the ball with his shooting, but he also can spot Javon Blackshear at the point and give him some breathers.
Rao. Midgard got a hand on it. Looks for 3. Good.
That ended up being a good trade for Rao, even though it was a great play for Midgard to block on a guard.
McLaughlin leaves for McMillan. Frayer far side. Down to Midgard. Oh, that's a bit outside.
Yeah, Rao comes with the double on the blind side, and Midgard just rushed the pass a little bit, didn't realize where Blackshear was set up on the perimeter. He was the right play. They want him to kick out on the double and find the open 3.
Lancers go on a 6-0 run over the last 54 seconds and now take the lead, 41-38.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
Once you've been to hell and back, there's not much left to fear. When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, he checks under his bed for me. Have you ever wondered who Waldo's hiding from? Me. Not even the Cougars of LA are enough to scare me. But if I get into an accident, I'm calling the boss, Sweet James. If you've been hurt, don't back down. Call Sweet James.
GCU basketball is brought to you in part by Sanderson Ford. The best play at a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. By Herb Jones, by your side. by Community Tire Pros, serving Arizona since 1945. And by Talking Stick Resort. Play in style. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, this isn't the only Lopes Lancers matchup tonight. Women's basketball in action at California Baptist. Molly Miller's team in regulation had Cal Baptist tied at 66 each. But then in overtime, it was California Baptist that prevailed 81-77, the final there. And it's a tough task. California Baptist is riding a hot streak right now. They are 19-0, and of course there is a unique tie between the women and men's basketball team for the Lancers and Lopes with the Rowell siblings. We're watching a tie tonight for the Lancers, but his sister Tavia, of course, plays for the Lopes women's team. And although I think they have a lot of respect and like that they're both involved in collegiate basketball, they said it's kind of a bummer because when one team is here, the other team's the other spot. So they never get to stop and watch each other.
That's right.
But no doubt after the games, they look up each other's stats.
No doubt. Inside. Wade looking to move, but doesn't go in. It rings around and comes back out. Yeah, the CBU Lancers women, 19-0, 22 straight, tying them with Princeton. They're on a roll.
Great effort by the women there to challenge them. The freshmen, Tierra Brown and Katie Scott, they had 45 points and 15 rebounds between the two of them, so future's bright in that program.
McLaughlin going to the line, timeout on the floor, 15:42 to go. The Lancers on the help of a 6-0 run here in the early part of the second half have taken the 3-point lead. The scoring drought for GCU is 2 minutes as we take a look at the standings in the Western Athletic Conference, and they're a bit all over the place, aren't they, Paul?
It's really cool.
6-0 for the Lopes, and UTRGV, the devastation with losing Coach Hill, just 2-0 in the conference.
It's really quirky to look at because it's hard to figure out how things are going to play out. You don't know how many numbers of games people are going to play, and that's why Bryce Drew's been talking to his team about just focus on that column on the left. Losses don't matter as much this year. If you play games, it keeps you in it, and the WAC formula that they're going to use that counts winning percentage and number of games played. So Lopes control their own destiny. They look like they probably won't end up playing RGV after their series was canceled. They got Utah Valley still coming here at the end of the season. But there's a WAC title to be had, and that's you know, of course the big goal is to get to the dance, win the WAC tournament, but hanging a WAC regular season championship banner for the first time is a sweet spot on the way there.
You guys, I just find it so weird that here we are, February winding down, and we're still kind of in the middle of it. When we take a look at WAC standings in years past around this time, it's kind of a clear picture of the seedings. Maybe you're trying to figure out one team or something, but there's a lot of questions, not answers, heading into March. I feel like the madness has already entered February. But what do you think you're seeing from the players going through this right now and how they're handling kind of the uncertainty? I thought it was really neat, Paul. You said you talked to Coach, and he has an anecdote about that, right? You just have to win?
Right, yeah. Just focus on what you can control, the win column. And, you know, I think, you know, there was so much elation with winning the New Mexico State series here at the end of last month. Seems like forever ago. It's the first games in February. You know, it seemed like that was a big defining win, and now you look at the standings, and there's a lot still to be done here. You know, RGV hasn't had a loss in the conference play, and GCU's got some teams that like this that can catch up in the standings and get there. It's just weird. Bryce Drew was saying the other day that here they are with 3 weekends to go, but it feels like they should be just coming out of non-conference play.
Yeah, and you always feel like New Mexico State is, you know, it's all about that tourney. It's all about the Orleans Arena. They got a player now that's eligible in Watson, and you know they've gone through quite a bit of adversity due to COVID, and you know that they're going to be ready to go come tournament time.
Oh, absolutely. They're going to be such a better team by then. You know, they've been limited practice and game-wise so much. Hadn't played a Division I opponent before they came here. So they're building up, like you said, especially with new players coming in.
Oh, look at that. Oh. Officials conferring. Lopes in the second half, 0 for 2 from the field, 6 of 8, thankfully, from the free throw line.
And they're
McLaughlin called.
Well, he blasted Gak there. He split the first double team and then just plowed Gak when he got out there. They're going to look at it. I wonder if they're going to look for a little extra curricular on that shove.
Officials make their way over to the scorer's table to review that.
McLaughlin fights through the screen, but it's a common foul. There's nothing extra there.
I'll tell you that.
Took it in the chest. Give him that credit for that. About threw his head back into a shooter.
Looks like it happened before the shot, didn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's take another look here. That happened.
Yeah, that's
then
clearly
the shot,
before the shot. I don't think he's hardly off the ground yet.
He's already in full launch mode.
But you were talking about those offensive numbers. I think one of the bigger problems so far offensively is they've made as many turnovers as they did in the first half. They have 3 already in this half. That's all they did in the first half, which is great ball control.
An opportunity to chat with the team a bit. Officials still conferring. Mikey Dixon checks in at the scorer's table.
The last basket credited to Reed Knowledge.
Dixon in for McMillan.
I guess they're counting the basket.
Interesting.
Oh, there they go. Now they've taken it off. Official stats show it off. Scoreboard hasn't taken it off yet, but they're inbounding on the baseline.
There we go.
McLaughlin's third foul.
And we get set to resume play. 15:26 on the clock. Into Gak. Armstrong takes it back. Little floater up over the top. Too heavy. Rebound is pulled down by Frayer.
It's a tough running shot. GCU continues to get them into different spots on the floor. Armstrong's also one of those dangerous three-point shooters.
Frayer kick back. Blacksher into McLaughlin. Back to Blacksher.
Wow, they're calling offensive on Gabe McLaughlin there. He's trying to post up Nottage. And that's going to be number 4 on him to get Ollie Labor back in the game. Man, it sure looked like he had position there to back up in the post.
He's lost his footing there.
Well, I agree, Gabe. Coming off a foul on the other end.
Rouse long distance shot off the mark. Quickly up to Dixon. Little step in, Euro, and up and in.
Yeah. Mikey Dixon with the Euro step into the lane.
First field goal of the second half. Hopefully it ignites a bit of a fire for the Lopes. They lead it by 1 now. Armstrong, Nottage, Rowell. Thomas, Nottage for 3. Kicked out.
Good closeout by Oscar Frayer.
Long distance attempt there. 0 for 3 is Nottage from beyond the arc. Odd sign for the Lancer. Thomas to Gak. To go inside, guarded heavily. Nottage peels away, floater short, rebound Blacksher.
That's affected his shot everywhere now.
Labor for 3. Oh, long.
It's twice. The Lopes are really cranking up some early shots here. Labor and Fryer both take early transition threes. Dixon scored in transition.
They tried to do the underhand of Labor, but Midgard got a hand on it. Dixon off the window.
Mikey Dixon in transitions become the best offense for the Lopes. That time he takes the contact and finishes. Dixon's got 7 now.
6-0 run. Momentum swaying back to Lopes' way. Foul on Fryer.
Blackshear with a great transition pass to up the tempo a little bit. You can see Dixon wanted the and one there, and this time Dixon does the transition all on his own. Takes it all the way in, takes the contact again, and finishes. He wanted and ones on both of those. Screaming a little louder, Mikey Dixon.
That was Blackshear on the feed, his 6th assist. He's got 5 points and 6 rebounds as well. 3-point Lopes lead. Rowell, Gack, able to gather it in. Underneath, Thomas bounces in off the rim.
Tough. Midgard played such great defense on Gack there. Handled the roll and almost turned around and made him change the shot too.
Labor leaves for Dixon. Blackshear stops, pops, good!
Nice
Blackshear.
Yeah, had a rough shooting first half, but he's really played a great overall game and complete control of the offense with 6 assists and only 1 turnover. He's got 7, 6, and 6 overall.
Rowell long distance. Man, that was a laser.
And a quick timeout.
Croy calls the timeout. We're tied at 46. Hitting the threes. If the Lancers get hot, they could separate themselves from the Lopes. We'll see.
It's time to get away. It's time to escape. It's a new day to play. Your retreat awaits at Talking Stick Resort. Indulge your appetite for excitement with our thrilling table games, our electrifying slots, our outstanding restaurants, and our exceptional accommodations. It's all waiting for you. It's a new day to play at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
The Lopes and the Lancers are tied at 46. 12:25 to go, second half. 8-game winning streak for GCU. As you look at the longest active win streaks in Division I basketball, Gonzaga and Baylor. Scott Drew and the Baylor Bears with 17.
You can see where GCU would move if it could take it to 9 tonight. But the one thing I draw from this list is that it's good to be a Drew or a Lloyd, because you got Bryce Drew and Scott Drew coaching GCU and Baylor, and you got Tommy Lloyd, the lead assistant at Gonzaga, and his son Liam Lloyd on the Lopes.
Yeah.
So the Lloyds and the Drews got this covered.
Yeah.
So
it's all about karma.
If you can be Barry Drew and I'll be Paul Lloyd, we'll be in good shape.
Ha. I like that. I like that a lot. Winning breeds winning.
Just amazing to see GCU in that territory in Bryce Drew's first year as head of the program. They're one of 25 schools in the nation that have an 800 winning percentage or better. And there's, I think there's just a handful of schools that remain undefeated in conference play, like the Lopes are trying to stay tonight. I believe it was down to 8 going into tonight.
Quickly moving it around, McMillan in the corner. Sean Miller-Moore. Labor! Oh, he worked too hard for that not to drop.
Such a quick, assertive move. Ali Laird quick on the baseline. Now he's got 15 points on a super efficient 6 of 8.
Nottage, enough room for 3, short. Right in the hands of Sean Miller-Moore.
You can see the Lancers starting to let it go a little bit more. They're getting the threes up.
Lopes 3 of their last 3 from the field. Dixon peels away from traffic. Sean Miller-Moore kicks back to Dixon. Coach Drew not liking what's happening on the floor, but a foul away from the play. Who's going to be called?
Coach Ethan Spry on the bench over there too. You can almost see Ethan Spry and Bryce Drew giving the same directions to reverse the ball. The walk-on from Scottsdale Christian from the back row over there doing some coaching too.
Wade called. McLaughlin and he doing battle. Gabe on the floor with 4 personal fouls. Labor, oh, it doesn't go.
Just not as assertive there on the finish. Got a little under his body to make him off balance.
Oh, a big hit. Is McLaughlin going to be called?
Wow, he cannot get the benefit of any of these if that's going against him. No, they're going to call that offensive. Yeah. I was going to say, if he got 3 of those, that last one was iffy on the post for him, and he's back in there with 4 fouls because Bryce Drew needs that energy, even though there's 11:20 to go in the game. Looked like you got the Spider-Man meme at half court here with Rick Croy and Bryce Drew both out there together trying to direct their teams right at half court.
Dixon eyed by Armstrong. McLaughlin quickly to his left. McMillan, Sean Miller-Moore. Again away from the bucket. Who'd they get? Either Labor or Nottage. Nottage called. Nottage, his 3rd personal foul. 4th, check that. 4 on Nottage.
Well, that's a big one. We'll see how they adjust here. It's a little different with Nottage. You need him for the end of the game, so they're probably going to have to take him out, bringing Sawyer back in for him. Lose a lot of shooting with him going to the floor, off the floor, even though he hasn't been able to get it going. 0 for 4 from 3-point range after shooting 48% on threes for the season.
Nottage actually has a 3. 1 of 2 from the arc. A little short on that one. You can see it coming off, a little soft off his fingers. 11 minutes to go. Lead is just 2. Sawyer looking down low to Thomas. Thomas looking on Miller-Moore. Left hand crawls up over the rim.
That's a lot of brawn down there going against Miller-Moore. Miller-Moore's an outstanding defender, but it's a little different in the post with that much weight going against him.
Tied yet again, 48. Labor. Sean Miller-Moore drives baseline. Foul. Gack.
Really, they got the best of each other there. Miller-Moore took it right back at him.
Check that, Thomas called.
Wholesale changes for the Lopes again. Got a little spell of time there from McLaughlin without having to pick up his 5th foul.
So Thomas is going to check out. He's got 3 personal fouls. Sean Miller-Moore at the line.
Leaving some points out there on the free throw line. They're 9 of 17 there now for the night.
Yeah, Sean just 46% coming in from the charity stripe.
Labor picks up the foul, trying to slide over. That's a tough switch for him to try to guard a point guard out from the perimeter. He just can't stay with him all the way down without picking up that foul. And now we're going to shoot a lot of free throws the rest of the night with both teams in the bonus.
Second on Labor. Loose ball, somebody a little hesitant to grab it. When Frayer finally does.
Big break there with a shooter like Rao missing the front end.
Giving every opportunity for a run. Floater by Blacksher, and he drills it.
He's starting to find his touch a little bit this half. He's already had him on strings with his passing, but now if he starts getting that mid-range game going, that's going to set up everybody else.
Sawyer leaves for Armstrong. Back to Gack. Carbone near side, back to Sawyer beyond the arc. Bounce pass picked off by Labor, up for Dixon. Dixon on the run. Cuts in, backs up. Blackshear. Steps to the near side. Little stop and go. Midgard. Oh, foul.
What a dish by Blackshear.
He wanted it. Put that one home. Jack foul.
Look at him just beat Rowell off the dribble and shuffle that pass to the right as he hit his foot in the paint. Usually Midgard's so sure-handed that time. A little bit more of a hack on the arm. Couldn't hold on for the finish, but he'll get 2 free throws.
These two officials have conferred back and forth. Jack has 3. Shooting 2. 74% free throw shooter coming in now for Midgard. Nodic checks in.
CBU's done a good job of limiting his post-up opportunities. Only got 3 field goals off today. Keeping him off the boards. Down to 6. Usually gets about 10 a game, but now he's up to 8 points.
4 of 6 from the line. Ashbjorn. Bowen leaves it for Rao. Trying to move on Dixon. Trying to turn that corner, inches his way. Draws the foul on Dixon. Bucket doesn't go.
Yeah, we've seen Dixon do that a couple times this half. Take somebody in the paint with the contact. He didn't get the call on those 2 though. This time he gets the call against him as Rao tries to finish. Almost lost his dribble there. Dixon just comes down on the elbow. Enough to at least make a miss.
Chance McMillan waiting at the scorer's table. In for Dixon. Took under 9 minutes, second half. Rings around and in. GCU 11 of 19 from the line. Paul 3 of 7 for CBU.
Tyrell's had some huge games. They started the year with 32 against USC when they took them to overtime. USC's in the top 25.
Blackshear floater. Ooh, doesn't go. Rowell. Left hand, loose ball. Picked up by Frayer. Frayer on the run.
Midgard did a good job getting a hand on that pass.
McMillan, little fake to his right, drives left. Foul.
Lopes starting to exploit a little bit whether these CBU guards can stay in front of him off the dribble. We've seen Blackshear, Mikey Dixon, and now Chance McMillan all break him down with the dribble in one-on-one situations.
McMillan at the line. Yeah, Chance he came in 1 of 2 from the line. It's his 3rd and 4th trips.
He's really one of the biggest impact freshmen in the conference right now. There's very few freshmen who are playing as big of a role as him. Definitely as far as guards, he's probably been the best freshman guard in the conference.
Wow. Leaves for Carbone. Armstrong, far side, Nottage. Hands it over to Rowell. Gack puts it on the floor. Nottage guarded heavily, couldn't give it to him, so he gives it to Armstrong. Takes it back. Gack, 6'5", looking to move. Doesn't go. Frayer pulls it down.
What a great defensive possession for the Lopes. Denying everybody on the three-point handoffs and line. They're really sticking to what the coach has preached all week, and then Midgard with enough of a challenge to make Gack miss.
Frayer. Quick ball movement. McMillan back to Blackshear. Freeing himself up. Midgard turnaround. Little drop from the free throw line.
Yeah, we saw Gabe McLaughlin make him pay for leaving that shot in the first half. Now there's Midgard. He's capable of hitting that shot too.
Carbone. Turnaround doesn't go. Lancers getting a little chilly. Haven't hit a free field goal in over 3 minutes. The Lopes 5 of their last 7. Labor puts a shoulder down.
Gak gave him all sorts of space on that catch and let him go to work.
5-point GCU lead, 55-50 is the score with 7:08 to go. How about Javon Blackshear Jr., 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. He's certainly showing his presence here on the floor tonight.
Yeah, he's always got this amazing calmness that he has about him when he leads the team offensively. You never see him rattled, and he's really taking control at both ends. He's had the defensive assignment to get over screens. It's a lot of work for Javon Blackshear and a lot of energy to extend. Now we see him, he set up people in the first half, got the bigs going like Alessandra Labor. Now he's getting himself going a little bit with some of those floaters and drives.
Yeah, he loves that floater. Also a nice feed up to Mikey Dixon as well, and only 1 turnover.
Yeah, you gotta love that. That's Bryce Drew's dream as a coach, somebody who can get transition going with that pass up the court, also hit some shots from the perimeter, drive, and then the pesky defender. He's always good for some sneaky steals. Such a good defender. He leads the offense, uses screens. It's great to have a guy like Asbjorn Midgard to set screens for you. He basically lays a canyon down every time he throws a screen.
So impressed.
A Grand Canyon.
A Grand Canyon, yeah. Bigs have been heard from as well. Labor and Midgard, 25 points combined, 11 rebounds.
Is this a sneaky triple-double threat from Javon Blackshear?
Quiet.
Crashes the boards a little bit here.
Let's not jinx anything. Surf night. God Bless America night tomorrow night. Presented by USAA.
On the best
Cook.
thing.
That is unbelievable. And GK, his wife, have coordinated and done a phenomenal job.
I'm assuming.
There you go.
That was Paul's idea, I'm assuming.
The matching outfits?
Yeah, obviously Paul, right?
Paul did it? He does have a flair for fashion.
That's all Jackie.
Yeah.
Jackie's the style one in that one.
Exactly. Kate, you have more?
Well, I like that you're giving credit where credit is due, for sure. No, but I think I've had a chance to talk with both of them, the head dance coach, Jackie, and then Paul Cook, head band director over there. And the last couple games I had a chance to talk with them. And I think it's just so great the atmosphere they bring here to the game with the band, dance, and cheer team. We've seen it throughout the years. We got to watch game 2, but with the 6-man effect out there, but especially during COVID times, they're just like the players. They are going through testing, following all the protocols, sacrificing a lot to be out here and provide that energy and support for the players.
Yeah, you cannot understate that.
I'm glad we didn't have to talk about that bank.
That bank 3, yeah. Thanks, Kate. Oh, Asbjorn Midgard, no doubt about it.
Laying the hammer down there. The Great Dane. There's no contesting it when he gets that deep. 7 foot 270. Former Lope GCU. Great Jared Martin, now on the CBU staff, was talking about, I'm worried about that Viking mountain man of yours. He climbed it that time.
You just don't want to hear that.
Freyer has had some great entry passes to the post tonight. Midgard's position there is so good. Look how deep he is. He's got a foot in the paint. Gak's got no chance once Midgard's that low, especially with 4 fouls. He's got no business trying to contest that. Now Freyer's having a complete game tonight. We talked about him in pregame, how crucial his defense is going to be, but he's got 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Lancers holding tough here. Lead is just 5 for GCU. Labor. No, it doesn't go. Rebound, Midgard doesn't go. Labor wants it back and then off the window.
Looking like GCU volleyball. They're just patting it back and forth to each other until somebody puts down the kill.
Rao. Nottage off the mark. He has definitely not found his rhythm.
Yeah, that felt like a force. That felt like, the game slipping away a little bit. They're going to try to get back into their game one way or the other.
Dixon, step back. Ooh, foul?
Yeah, that's a foul on Carbone. That's going to be 3 shots for Mikey Dixon. The Lopes offensive is definitely finding a rhythm right now. They've scored 12 points in about a minute and a half with Mikey Dixon able to add 3 more to it here.
Mikey Dixon, to shoot 2.
Dixon at the line for 2 because he was inside the arc. For every 3-point shot that GCU makes, Copper State Credit Union will make a donation to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship. For more information, please go to giving.gcu.edu.
Gives Dixon 9. He's on his way to another double-digit game. In these conference openers, he's been good for 14 a game, and here he is headed there again.
Holding on that 5-point margin behind the back. Carbone takes it from Rao. Carbone drives underhand into Gak.
Freyer swats it from behind.
Thomas picked it up though. Back to Rao. 7, 6, 5. Rao swarmed by White. Right hand not there, but a foul. We get Dixon. Slaps his hand on the court. Not
Dixon
happy.
Is shocked.
Crowd doesn't like it.
He is struggling at the line, unusual.
Yes. Let's see what Mikey was warranted.
Oh, he took a shoulder dip when he was pretty much straight up there.
Misses both.
Ball don't lie.
76% free throw shooter. Coming into the game. 2 of 5 from the line is Rao. Freyer. Step back 3. Too heavy. Labor. Fresh 20. Dixon. Muscles it over Carbone.
He looks like a contortionist when he goes down in there, holding his body in midair, sustaining the contact, but still having the touch to finish.
Rao, step back, looking to put it down, but way off the mark.
Definitely looking to get off their threes a little bit more now that they got to get back in the game. It looks like a little bit of a panic button right now with the lead at 11. Trying to get back in it quickly with the threes.
Under 4 to go, 8-0 run for GCU. The last 3 minutes, Dixon. Rebound, pulled down by Gak, quickly to Thomas. 3:15 and counting the drought. And Midgard said the drought's going to continue.
Checks. Nice, Ash, to check on our cameraman down there.
3:34 to go. You shall not pass, says Scott Williams.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
64-53, the Lopes on top of the Lancers with 3:34 to go. The Bigs have been heard from 30 points tonight, Paul.
Yeah, this was going to be an advantage for the Lopes at some point. They have a great big in Gak, but Gak can't cover both of them. So they've been able to go to one or the other. They've played off each other. They've been able to play a little inside-out ball. Labor really got them going in the first half, though. His points were probably the most important, because when GCU was looking a little rusty and struggling out of the gates, Labor carried the offense for a while until everybody else could find their rhythm. Now you see Midgard just asserting his dominance at both ends. That was his third block shot of the game just now on Rao. And on the other end, they're starting to create some second chances with their rebounding.
It was tied at 46, but the Lopes have opened up an 18-7 run.
CBU hasn't scored for the last 3.5 minutes. With 3.5 to go, take a repeat of that.
Rao into Gak. Takes it back. Looks for the return feed, and that was really well executed.
Yeah, Lopes have done a great job to deny that from happening all night. It took them 37 minutes almost to get to that point where they could run that pick and roll.
Blackshirt. Nottage comes out, puts a little heat on him, finds Labor. Labor drives baseline, backs in, kick back out. Blackshirt puts it on the floor. Floater, not there. Rebound, Midgard, foul. Who they get? Carbone? Yes.
Great job by Blackshirt not to settle for the three. Takes in, gets a good floater off. Labor just keeps the ball alive. They're almost doing a rebound past the Midgard there where he got fouled, just trying to poke it over, knowing the big man would grab it and probably throw it down, but instead he gets to go to the line and try to get to 20 on the night.
Carbone's third. Nottage and Gak each with 4 personal fouls on the floor.
Just before the break, Labor really had started to get his shot going. He was hitting 50% of his threes in the Mexico State series. And the Lopes had this 20-day layoff, and you wondered how sharp everybody was going to stay. That hasn't affected the Bigs that much at all. Those two guys are 11 of 16 from the field combined.
4 of 8 from the free throw line. Alessandra Labor, 10-point lead. 3:02 to go. Lopes looking to extend their winning streak to 9 games. Improved to 7-0 in the conference atop the Western Athletic Conference. Wow. Nottage. Gak. Back to Nottage. Feeds Gak. Labor stood him up tall.
Great challenge by Alessandra Labor. We see Midgard flick guys away around the rim, but that was Ollie Labor using all 6'10" to stretch out in front, straight up.
Midgard, he's got his 7th double-double tonight. 12 and 10. Long distance off the mark. Midgard battled underneath by Thomas.
Midgard just eating up space under the rim for the misses. Lopes getting some second chance opportunities here recently. They got 10 second chance points on the game, and now they'll have a chance to add to that here with Midgard going to the line.
Gak picks up his 5th. He'll take a seat. So the battle of the bigs. Midgard, 12 points, 12 rebounds.
It's just become common with him, right?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
4 or 5 from the field.
Lightly used for his whole career at Wichita State, and now he becomes a focal point really here of the offense, and really with no flaws in his game. You know, you wonder when somebody transfers like him whether there's got to be some reason he wasn't playing that much, but he's got it all. He's a great person, great leader. He's got nice touch to step out of the mid-range. He's got great footwork, good hands when he catches it in the post. He's a willing passer.
Great teammate.
Shot blocker, and gives them a rim protector that they haven't had in the past.
Largest lead of the game at 12 points. Nottage. Frayer called.
It's another stunned expression. I don't know if he just slightly brought that arm down a little bit on the challenge, but.
I think one thing that you said that stood out was he's a good guy.
He really
You know, it's amazing how, when you have that much talent and you're a great teammate and a super person, you really want to pull for people like that.
He's a fascinating guy to talk to, too.
Yeah.
Being from Denmark, he didn't grow up with basketball. He didn't really find it until about 7th grade. He was, his mother played handball. His father was a professional weightlifter, and he kind of messed around with some different things and finally just said, you know what, I'm big. Let me try this basketball thing. And it took, coming to America with a club of foreigners to be discovered.
Oh, the press by the Lancers works. Thomas with a teardrop. Bryce Drew wants a timeout.
That made it a little bit scary there for Bryce Drew, getting quick points like that.
Lancers were relentless in that press. Create the turnover.
Haven't seen them do that much all games. And looked like it caught GCU a little off guard. Not a big pressing team.
Remember, these same two teams back at it. We'll be back with you at 6:30. Kate will have the pregame show right here with you. Tip at 7.
We talked to her early in the half that the Lopes were getting a little sloppy and they had been taking such great ball care, but since that time, there hasn't been any problems with turnovers until that one. That was only their 8th of the game. That's a great total for GCU to keep it into single digits if they stay there.
So that longest active streak, win streak, looking to improve to 9 are the Lopes. Bryce's brother and the Baylor Bears at 17. Liam Lloyd's dad and Gonzaga at 25. Long pass! Touchdown!
Alessandra Labor doing his Tom Brady.
That was pretty well executed out over the timeout.
It's a pretty good way to break the press.
Yeah.
Just ignore it.
Nottage. Twisting, turning. Oh, my
Same foul, opposite side there on Freyer's challenge. Look at this. Is for an Italian who thinks football is only something you kick. That was a pretty good throw. Good hands by Oscar Freyer there. He would have made a nice wide out, huh?
Yep. That vertical, that's like, it'd be like Randy Moss like. You could climb up there and grab it. The lethal speed.
I don't know how he feels about the over the middle stuff though and taking a shot into the ribs.
That's another story.
That might be where he likes basketball.
Yeah, basketball might be a little better. Taking a few charges. Under a minute and a half to go. Lopes up by 8. Looking to close it out in this opener against the Lancers. Blackshirt taking precious seconds off that clock. Eyed by Rowell. 10 on the shot clock. Looking to move. Labor, open look for 3. Oh, it doesn't go.
Textbook possession up until the miss.
Rowell. Ooh, Dixon almost got a hand on it. Carbone from the corner. Big rebound. Oh, ow. Blackshirt okay. Dixon on the run. Off the window.
We've seen that before. We know Mikey Dixon doesn't pull it back out. He goes and gets that bucket at the end of games.
Yep. Little floater. Heavy. Blackshirt with the rebound.
Yeah, Blackshirt willing to go in there. Yeah, he got clobbered on the previous one when he went for the board. No call, and that time goes in there again. What a line from Javon Blackshirt tonight.
Corey wanted to back off a little bit. 10-point lead. Lopes are going to improve to 13-3 overall and 7-0 atop the conference. Labor from the corner. Oh, it doesn't go. Thomas under 10. Sawyer in and out. Labor with the rebound, and it's nothing but 3 ticks. Lopes win 71-61. Remain unbeaten atop the conference at 7-0 and improve their unbeaten streak to 9.
Undefeated in 2021. Finally got to play in February to join up the 8-0 run they had in January. Lopes are 7-0, 5 WAC games remaining from being the first seed for the WAC tournament. It's an all-round effort tonight, wasn't it, Barry? Lots of stars.
Yep. They're off to their best conference start in the D1 era. Previous best was 6-0 in the 2015-2016 season. Bryce Drew in his first season. Quite a debut for the head coach. The team circles for their post-game prayer, led by Coach Drew.
One of the cleanest games that the GCU offense has played this season. 47% shooting is pretty much kind of a norm for them, but to only make 8 turnovers, they gave themselves lots of opportunities out there.
Rebounding margin, you touched on that in the half. They out-rebound them 40-34 to close it out. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you. Well, Mikey, it's February, and you guys finally got to play some basketball. What did it mean to the team to just be back on the court after that near 3-week layoff?
You know, it was big for us. I think in the first half, we came out, we had to shake some rust off. But as we got going, we picked it up in the second half, and we was able to just keep fighting and break through. But it was definitely good to get back out here after being off for like 14 days.
Yeah, what was the key? You guys did battle that adversity and were able to come out and finally establish that Lopes basketball despite that long layoff. What was working for you guys as a team? You guys really were showing that chemistry as you came into your own.
Yeah, you know, we were just taking what the defense gives us. Our best offense is when we're playing inside out and our bigs get going, and we don't force anything. We make the extra pass, and we make the other team have to make a decision if they're going to drop down and guard our bigs, or if we're open, we're shooting. But you know, we're just playing our style that we want to play.
And for you personally, what is fueling your success? We've really seen you step up your game this season, especially 13 key points tonight. Very aggressive. What's working for you?
You know, just being confident. Looking for my shots, attacking the rim. But it's really just confidence, honestly. And my teammates doing a good job. Like I said, we're just playing together, and everybody's in a rhythm, so it's fun to play. It's fun to play with.
Well, you're making it fun to watch as well. Thank you so much. Go get them tomorrow night. Best of luck.
Appreciate
All right, Mikey Dixon, big night for the Lopes tonight against the Lancers, and they finish it off 71-61 over California Baptist. They'll go at it again tomorrow night, but first, we're going to wrap this one up. We'll be right back with more right after this.
I would say to anybody considering maybe skipping graduation to spend a long time thinking about participating. I think it's a great opportunity to really take advantage of a moment that you only get once in your life. It's an opportunity to really experience something that highlights all the hard work that you've put in.
Not very many people get to experience that in their life. It's such an honor and a privilege to be able to do that, and I think the memories that come out of that are just incredible.
Herff Jones, by your side.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
The Lopes win their 9th in a row. They're atop the Western Athletic Conference with a 71-61 victory, as you see the updated number to 9.
Never bad to be on the same list as Gonzaga and Baylor right now these days, huh?
Yeah. They are on a roll, and it is great to see this Lopes team, as Mikey Dixon said, is driving, is a lot more aggressive. The team's really all coming together here. The second half, it was, 46-46. They went on a 18-7 run and really open it up in the second half.
Yeah, it seemed we thought Alessandra Labor and Asbjorn Midtgaard could be a difference because they didn't really have the bigs to contain with both of them. We saw them take over at that point of the game, not only down low, but with their outside game, able to slip into the middle game and the three-pointers.
Let's talk a little bit about our Copper State Credit Union player of the game.
Alessandra Labor, he got it going from everywhere tonight. He finished with 19 and 8, and he got it on a trailing three early on. This one is what really got him cooking there at that point where the GCU offense was struggling. We know he can knock down that three, but then he can do it from different spots. He posts up. Nottage was giving up about 4 inches on him in there. He just drops in those hooks right over him. Easy, clear shot for him with the touch that he has. And then his partner down there, the big man Asbjorn Midtgaard, keeping balls alive so that he can put it back in. It's a great line for Labor. Labor really kind of started to find his rhythm in January when the Lopes started this win streak. He had 20 days off, but he didn't look like he lost his rhythm at all with the way he was shooting before the break and the way he played tonight.
You mentioned his fellow big, Asbjorn Midtgaard, 14 points, 12 rebounds, his 7th double-double of the season.
It was an interesting matchup with him and Gak tonight. Gak ended up fouling out, and Midtgaard just kind of wore him down. And we saw Gak get the best of him early. He had 10 points, but Midtgaard ends up having the bigger night. 14 points, 12 rebounds, just another double-double for the big man. And he protected the rim, too. 3 block shots tonight. Not fouling, controlling the guard, staying with him with his footwork, and then getting those deep posts. Even against a quality big man like Gak, he was able to get a foot in the paint every time, or 2. And when he's got it down that low, game over. It's going to be on the rim and a blip.
Yeah, also Freyer and Blackshear also fine performances as well. Blackshear with 9 points in the game as the Lopes are victorious by 10. Let's revisit the Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game, Paul.
Boy, those turnovers really jump out. I bet Bryce Drew's super happy about that right now. To have 8 turnovers in a high possession game like that, Javon Blackshear Jr. was really brilliant. I think he ended up with 1 turnover tonight against his 7 assists. And then we were talking about get over it. That was so effective. The GCU defense, those guards and Freyer and everybody else fought over every screen to deny CBU good looks from the three-point range. They shoot 41% as a team this season to be second in the nation, just 6 of 19. That puts them in the low 30s tonight. And we talked about it being a big game, not just big for the standings to stay in first, but to go to the bigs. And we just talked about it on our players of the game part. Labor and Midtgaard combining for 33 and 20, and they do it in efficient ways. High percentage shots. Super effective matchup for the Lopes just about against any team. There's hardly anybody that can match up with them in the WAC. Even look ahead when Seattle and Utah Valley scratching their head right now, looking at what those 2 bigs did right now and wondering how they're going to handle it.
Well, California Baptist will be right back here, ready to look to even this 2-game set against the Lopes. We hope that you'll join us again tomorrow. Then it's at Seattle, then Utah Valley to close it out before that conference tournament at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. But that'll do it from here tonight at GCU Arena, where the GCU Lopes are now 7-0 atop the WAC, winners of 9 straight. They beat the Lancers 71-61. Please join us again tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m., Game 2 of the set against California Baptist. But until then, for Kate Longworth and for Paul Coro and our entire crew, I'm Barry Butel, wishing you a wonderful evening.